Hello, hello. Welcome to another Whip It Sundays. With me is my good friend Hulk Smash Customs and Commodon. And I got plenty to work on tonight. As you can see, I kind of cheated with the thumbnail. I'm reusing old Prime thumbnail, but I am working on Prime, which I got. Been putting the gold on. Starting the process of painting the torso.
So shiny.
And it'll be even shinier when done once I put the gloss coat on. Needs probably one more coat on the ab section. Then I can start adding the flesh tones. Well, I got to do the red and black on the P too. But it's looking good.
Yes, it is.
We got the comments coming in already. Something Wong says, hey. Box of Cannon says, evening. Hank Solo says, whip it. And Something Wong says, hey, fam.
Family, 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 family.
Hello, hello, everyone.
That was an early one.
Yeah.
Good morning.
We'll get our elevator music going on in the background.
I see some nice blue dons working on there.
Oh, there we got
I finally got the needed materials.
Hey, Matt.
Got no more excuses.
Good evening, Geek Fusion.
Hey, Modesto.
Okay, it helps if I turn my microphone on.
That does help a little bit.
It does. It really does. Sorry.
The test piece I painted up, trying the chrome stuff up where I did the black chrome, I ended up stripping off so I can go ahead and do silver chrome on it. So I just stripped out my ironclad head I made.
Oh yeah, I think I got one of those somewhere.
I think I did put that one in your box with your Superman.
Yeah. So what's happening, everyone?
There he is.
What? Who? There, who is? What? Oh.
And he's not calling me while I'm trying to take a nap.
Saturday. Good news has to be shared. It can't be kept to yourself.
Oh, Jared, that was that Spider-Man.
I was thinking that was the McFarlane one.
Yeah, that is the McFarlane one. They told me to sell. They were like, man, sell the thing for like $200.
McFarlane did get me though. I'm gonna buy that medieval spawn.
It looks nice, that medieval spawn.
I try not to buy too many of his stuffs.
I have walked into a rabbit hole and I hate myself for it.
What's that?
I have joined the army. The Mythic Legion army.
Oh, no, say it ain't so.
I've become one of them.
You got a comment.
Oh, what up? What up, Sardo?
Wesley Foster is here. Hello, everyone. Came in from Ever Enough. I'm impressed with detail, but have no money to play.
Oh, thank you for coming over from over Geek Fusion and Never Enough.
Welcome, Wesley. What's up?
Speaking of Geek Fusion,
I was thinking. Lord Pumpkin's pretty well done it paint wise. I just need to put a cape on them. Oh, I'm thinking to put the socket pieces in too, the arms.
I am mass producing Conans.
Okay.
It's your fault.
Hey man, that works, man. That Savage is that the Savage He-Man?
No, that's just a regular one.
Oh, okay.
Mine's a combination of Hercules, Frank Castle's head. I sculpted the hair.
Nope. There's Modesto again.
Yes, Wi-Fi is acting funky today.
I'm telling you, those Masters of the Universe are just made to do Conan customs out of.
I got the King Grayskull And I'm gonna put a Mr. T head on it.
Mm-hmm.
Pitiful.
There you go. That'd make a great companion for Conan.
I'm about to try to match these Mythic Legion colors with this thing, so
Any name
a lot of
withheld?
airbrushing.
What was the oh, there was one of the characters from
Skeletor.
No. Okay, remember when Remco, because remember in the 80s, Remco basically ripped off everybody, right?
Mhm.
And they had been for a long time, and they kind of ripped off Masters of the Universe. But then they got the license to do Warlord and all the Warlord figures.
Yeah.
And so they were doing
yes.
He-Man Warlord figures, which were awesome, by the way. I used to love them because they were cheap, so I could get my mom to buy them for me, right? Because we were poor. So I couldn't get the He-Man ones, but I could get all the Warlord and all that stuff. And they had one of the characters was I forget who he was, but he was one of the characters was like all done up, and he was black, but he was all done up. You know, one of Warlord's, I guess, friends or teammates or whatever it was. I don't know. I never read the Warlord comics, but like you could with King Grayskull, you could do a modern version of that character. I love those. I actually like going back and looking at those figures because again, I had way less of a connection with Masters of the Universe. It just wasn't for whatever reason my thing. But like Warlord, I guess because I knew it was a DC comic, I thought it was cooler because it was an actual comic book. I don't know, man. They should do some more Warlord figures.
I remember those figures you're talking about. They're on the same type of bodies as the Masters of the Universe, right?
Yeah. Well, because that's what Remco excelled at basically taking what other people had done and then just kind of doing their own version of it. And they got real big in the 80s. I mean, they had their own versions of G.I. Joes, of Master of the Universe. I remember they did the whole Crusaders line, which was, I forget the name of the comic company that did the Crusaders, and they had that Captain America type character called the Shield. And remember in the early 90s, they brought him back under the moniker Impact Comics. And they brought back the Shield and the Fly and all these characters that were like from the 70s. But before they had made kind of an Impact by Impact, but before Impact Comic came out in the early 90s and kind of brought those characters back, Remco just trying desperately to hold, to like get, licenses to manufacture characters that were, pre-existing characters, had latched on to those Crusaders comics from whatever small company they were from and made these kind of He-Man-esque superhero figures in the 80s, which were really cool. I had them all. I wish I got to look up pictures of these. I don't know if you guys remember these things, but it was Remco Crusaders, and this was a pre-existing license.
Olive Green, Create FX. They changed the name, but still testers. Wood stain wash is what they call them now, but it's the same stuff. It's a great green wash. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, it's your show. You can just tell me to shut up whenever you want.
I remember a lot of those rings. I never saw many of them because I grew up in a little small town, so
we had like all the, I don't know if anybody remembers Emmy Moses, all the little 5 and dime stores that used to be around.
Mhm.
And, we used to have a bunch of them, and so like that's where you would go to get the cheap toys. And Remco was basically the king of knockoffs. But
one you're talking about is Machiste.
yeah, but it was these right here. I think I found them. Yeah, I found them.
Yeah, Machiste is the black guy you were talking about.
Yeah, there you go. It was these things, and that's a horribly small picture, but it was these, and you had like, this was the Shield, and of course he came with a shield. It was basically a Captain America ripoff, and they're a little He-Man-esque sort of, but not quite as big and bulky. And then you had like the Fly, and you had the, like here was the Fly, or no, sorry, the Web. There was the Web and the Fly. And then you had this dude who was like the Comet, and he basically had Cannonball's powers, but he actually predated Cannonball, but he flew around in like his lower half you know, look like a rocket or whatever.
What's funny is like during this your stream last night, I looked up public domain character superheroes, and I think I saw those guys in that on that
Oh,
list.
really?
Oh, they're actually public domain? Wow.
Yeah, they're older characters. I want to say they were from the 70s. And I
they would wink a
the
poop.
name of the company that produced that made the comic books. And then Remco got the license in the 80s and did these figures. And then somebody brought them back under Impact Comics. And I don't think any of the comics lasted more than maybe like 12 issues. And I don't think anybody's heard of Impact Comics since then. I want to say, I think, and I may be wrong, but I want to say that Impact Comics was something DC had bought out specifically for these characters, but I could be wrong on that. And then they produced them for a little while, and then they weren't very popular or successful because most people just saw them as what they were, which were 70s ripoffs of other popular characters like, you know, the Web and the Fly were a combination of like Spider-Man, and the Shield was a ripoff of Captain America, and you know, so they didn't really sell well when they tried to bring the characters back. But I loved these toys in the 80s. They were awesome, and I would love to have these again. I'm sure they're ridiculously priced on eBay right now, but
They look better.
they were
than
really
the
cool
toys.
back in the day.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
so much better.
considering the time that they were made, they look better than the actual legit toys that they made back then.
Mm-hmm. Remco did some amazing stuff. Granted, they ripped off everything as far as like not necessarily like the characters, because they would go out and seek little used licensed characters, but as far as like the designs, they were obviously ripping off Masters of the Universe or G.I. Joe or whatever for the style of figures they were putting out. I've sent freaking, I don't remember what they're called now, Secret Galaxy, but what it used to be called Toy Galaxy. I've sent him like a couple of super chats during his live chats, like, when are y'all going to do a history of Remco? Because like this is
on the list.
That's not. Yeah, they said that. They literally told me that it's on the list. Because like this is a toy company that like it doesn't exist anymore, but did so much cool stuff for kids that didn't have a lot of money in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know,
That's cool.
like you couldn't go buy all the Masters Universe or whatever. You could buy Warlord or you know whatever it was. They did a lot of cool stuff, man. So
I know there was
I
another
changed
line.
his
I don't
lip
know.
color.
Oh, sorry, go on.
I changed his lip color. Even on the G.I. Joes, they're putting lipstick on the men now.
Oh, jeez.
well, it is the modern military. So
Yeah.
like,
I know
No,
even Sarge had it. Even Sarge had it. And so I got rid of it on him too. And his is so fine, it kind of looks like he's got a bloody lip or something other.
I mean, Sarge probably would have a bloody lip. It's the blood of his enemies, though.
Well, at least it's not the Sarge that somebody did well.
Oh God,
Yeah.
I want to know.
Sector 2813. I had one 5 and dime store called Ben Franklin's, and I could
Same
get
here.
Kenner superpowers there.
I had a Ben Franklin too. I lowered her head down a little bit more.
DC owned Impact Comics.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Robots
Yeah.
and
They owned it, but
robots.
that was more of a. It didn't do well, so they just kind of let it ride out. They just like kind of phased it out.
Hank's asking public domain Mickey Mouse.
We were
Mickey
talking about
Mouse-
that last night. Yeah.
Steamboat
Never.
Friendly Mickey Mouse will go up for public domain, but not what we call the modern rendition.
Mickey Mouse will never hit open domain. Disney will never let that happen. Disney and that whole debacle, them not letting it go to public domain, is the reason the trademark laws are so fucked up
Copyright.
in copyright.
Yeah.
Disney keep changing the laws, well, setting precedents for the laws anyway.
It is Disney, man. Come on.
If I
It is
was
Disney.
if I was to do a comic book like a Indiegogo or Kickstarter comic right now, if I had like the resources to do that, I would so mess with them because they let all the trademarks for the Ultraverse characters go. The only thing they still have is Exiles under Marvel, but everything else is free. So the name Ultraverse is free. You could actually create a comic book called Ultraverse or Ultra Force. They can't do shit about it. You go apply for the trademark, publish your book, and you got that for 10 years.
Wow.
I'm sure they'd find a loophole.
They can file all they want to. That's the law.
Right, I know.
Jazzwares used to make knockoff figures like Street Fighter, and now they make TNA figures. Jazzwares is making they've actually become a bigger name now.
Yeah, they're getting the Fortnite stuff back.
Yeah.
Hasbro's going to let the license go, and it's going to go back to Fortnite wasn't the cash cow that Hasbro thought it was going to be. Like, people that play those type of games don't normally collect figures.
No, well, unless you got like an all-around geek that plays video games, collects figures.
Yeah.
You know.
They were planning on like all the people who plays Fortnite buying those figures, and they don't. You do have a crossover segment that does do both, and that's
takes a special kind of somebody to collect toys.
Yeah. And I only picked them up when they were on clearance to do kit bashes like this.
That's cool.
Once I lower that head down, the skin tones match exactly.
I saw those go on clearance in my local Walmart, and they were on clearance for $27.99, and I was like, "That's not clearance."
Yeah, I hate when Walmarts do that, man. They'd be like, "It's on clearance for like $2 less than what it was before."
Like that's not enough to make me want to buy this. So
yeah.
Oh, real quick, because I almost never had anything to add when it comes to customizing or anything, because that's y'all's forte. I want to throw this in. If, like me, you like Revoltech figures, but absolutely hate double jointed shoulders because they look goofy as hell, okay, I have a solution for you. Now, it can be kind of expensive, but I got a Boba Fett figure here, Revoltech, and I hate the double jointed arms on Revoltechs because they just look goofy, okay? However, I discovered, and maybe somebody's already discovered this, I might not be the only one, the shoulder joints from the Bandai model kits for Boba Fett are easily replaceable. They pop right into the peg holes in the torso and the upper arms, and now you've got a single jointed shoulder.
Oh,
that
nice.
Doesn't look goofy on your Boba Fett or any figure really, because it would fit any of them. But granted, you have to have a Bandai model kit, but you know,
your model kit's double jointed.
The Bandai model kit is it comes with extra pieces, so I had extra pieces left over, including shoulder joints. So I just tried them out. And I was like, I wonder if these will work, and it fit perfectly. So
someone is making a Conan actually.
Yep, it's DaGobi's making another Conan.
Yeah.
And late to the party, I made mine the first year.
Look, man, I just started reading Savage Avengers, okay?
And Geek Fusion made his before me.
Savage Avengers.
Yeah, but then you had to updo me by making yours look way better.
But I did use a very expensive figure now for parts.
Mine's just, I mean, look, I like mine. I think it looks cool, but it doesn't look as good as Jared's does. So
I still like that
make
one.
your screen bigger. Hang on a sec.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get something.
So what did we pre-order over the week?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
There we go.
I like it.
It works. And he looks good. I keep him, since he's in that Conan look, I keep him on my Thor shelf with all the other like fantasy guys, and it works.
That's exactly where I got my Conan.
Yeah. And cool, because he looks good standing next to Thor, because all the Thor figures for Marvel Legends are bigger figures. I mean, they're pushing 7 inches. So since it is a 7-inch scale figure, he fits right in with them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, sorry.
Click.
Mine's gonna stay on my Savage.
I'm gonna click on this.
All right.
I bought a
We're both
Mezco
clicking
Conan
on
head on eBay that last week, and I'm looking to give it a body. A lot more reasonable than spending 200 plus. Yeah, that's definitely that retro Hercules. That's a great body for like that.
Yeah, it is.
We got Darth in the house. $2 less. Thumbs down. Laugh. Do any of y'all have the Amazing Yamaguchi Batman? Is it any good? I don't. I don't really get. To, I don't think I have any of the Amazing Yamaguchi figures.
They're crazy pose, but like I mean, the articulation is lit, but if you don't pose it right, those joints can look really gappy and ugly.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, even on Boba Fett, who arguably is way less gappy than like the Spider-Man and Deadpool figures that they put out.
Yeah,
he looked ridiculous with those shoulders.
Yeah, unless you're vanilla posing it.
Yeah. And I don't put my guys in like, weird, crazy positions unless they are Spider-Man. They're just sitting on the shelf. And so when you got Boba Fett just kind of sitting there on the shelf holding his gun and his elbows are like this, it don't look right.
Sixter 2813, he ordered some D&D figures and some new Masterverse figures. Very cool.
I think the only thing I've got on pre-order right now, I've got the 2 versions of 89 Batman from Target. I've got the Batmobile from Amazon. I think I've got 4 of the figures from that new Spider-Man wave. The one with the tarantula and all that, and the new Miles and all that. I got a couple Joe figures ordered, or 2 or 3, I can't remember. And what else? Oh, I've got the new the Across the Spider-Verse Miles and Spider-Man 2099 coming.
Have you seen how weird Miles' back is when you fully bend him forward?
Not yet. I'm gonna find out when it gets here.
Yeah, good luck, man. That thing's back gets kind of funky looking. There's a lot of hangout.
Darth says he pre-ordered the Yamaguchi Batman on BB. DS should be shipping this week. You know what, Darth? What I've seen with reviews on these amazing Yamaguchi figures is, a lot of people complain about the gapping and them being looking ugly and awkward. But if you mess around with it, you can get some sweet looking poses. Like, I mean, if you plan on putting them on a display, you find that perfect pose, you're gonna love it. Like, I mean, a lot of people really like it. Unless you've dealt with figures like that before, they're tricky though to get into those poses. But you can find them.
Doesn't the Batman figure though have a cape that kind of covers up the goofy shoulders and stuff?
Yeah,
I think so.
I got the Mark I Iron Man pre-ordered.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Did you know?
Hey, you guys know anybody who likes Iron Man?
Top right.
I think is it DaGobi? Did you want one like Iron Man?
huh?
No, I think it's Modesto.
Oh yeah.
Well, we all know I
definitely.
like skeletons.
You guys know anyone who likes Hulk?
No, nobody here likes Hulk.
No.
Top center.
He's too buff. I don't like. He's
Superman can beat him anyway. Just throw him into the sun. So
I heard Modesto could take Superman.
Yeah, and nobody likes Professor Hulk. He's the worst one.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking MCU or are we talking comics? Because
I heard Modesto could take them all.
Yep, I get them all.
you are a man's man, Modesto.
That's what she said.
not to me.
You better work in the game there, brother.
I heard from Harker he's not feeling well, so he's going to be out tonight.
What do we got here? I also have the King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match, my Shiranyu on pre-order, and Nightwolf from Storm.
My Sharona?
It's sure
Nice
and dewy.
Rona.
Oh, I'm trying to limit myself right now because we're probably going to have a big pre-order coming up here soon with in graphite and orange colors.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna get addicted to that too.
They had a
Yeah,
name.
they were saying like it starts Monday.
Well, they had to name the car graphite. It's like, no, I'm hooked now. Graphite black.
Like, guys, what happened to Jared? He's gone down the rabbit hole, people.
Oh, we got in the chat there.
Oh, I see it. I'm getting there. Luke Kang arrived last week. Is that the one with the dragon, Sector 2013? Because that looks pretty crazy. Darth says that Batman's got the plastic cape that is broken into pieces. That's how it's supposed to be, so not soft goods cape. Unless you replace it with the soft goods cape.
Yeah, get a soft goods cape.
They're actually Amazing Yamaguchi's actually starting to do soft good capes. We'll start with that Moon Knight. That's a good thing.
Yeah, well, the Batman, he's gonna have to replace that cape.
Yeah.
Box of Canvas says Big Green Pickle Man. And yes, this is a family show.
Family, 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 family.
How's it going?
Well, all right, gentlemen. I apologize. That's my time. I have got to get up in the morning to go to work.
Oh, and what are you working on there? It looks awful nice.
Oh, I had a friend of mine send me a pattern for a cape to make them better. So practicing.
I love it. The red. The blue is already gorgeous, and that new red is spot on.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same one. I just went back and rebought it. So.
Oh, I love that color.
It's going to be right this time, I promise. I did want to ask, do you want to go with the 20 or the 22 gauge, the stiffer wire or the softer wire?
Let's go with the stiffer wire.
Okay.
All
right.
That's big old cape. Is that about what they used on the other cape?
I usually use a combination of the two, either 20 or 22, but usually through I think the last ones that I sent you were all 20.
What I was wondering is like what they sent that one I sent you for the pattern. What kind of wire?
Oh, this one.
That seems awful thin.
It is 20.
Well, let's double side it. I think the 22 probably be better. A little heavier cape.
No, the 20 is the bigger the number, the smaller the wire.
That's right. I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, 20. Let's go with 20.
You got it.
Yeah, we want a stiffer wire on a heavier cape.
Yeah, it's going to be double-sided with a whole bunch of seams running through it. So
yeah.
And the two added wires down the center. Don't worry, it'll be.
That's gonna be awesome, man. Thank you so much.
I'm excited about this build. I think it's going to be working really well.
Sweet.
Yep,
well,
but
you have a good night, my friend.
Yep, I got to get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later.
Take care, Don.
Good.
Yes, the dragon is so cool. And the face sculpt on Liu Kang isn't weird like Kung Lao. Darth says he's planning on getting a soft cape. Yeah, man, that's gonna look so sweet on that figure. Sector 2013. I pre-ordered the D&D Creatures Owl Bear. That thing actually looks pretty good. The white.
That one looks cool. I have not liked the Hasbro D&D stuff, but the creatures look cool.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen that movie yet?
I did.
How is it?
It was good. It was a lot of fun, man. I really liked it.
Yeah, I keep hearing mixed reviews about it.
I have no connection to D&D. I've never played D&D, but I like fantasy stuff. And I was very hesitant because I don't know about y'all, but I definitely remember that movie from like 2001, 2002, whatever that piece of crap was.
You talking about World
And
Warcraft?
I was not sure it was going to be good, but it was good, man. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Good to hear.
They made a D&D movie before, DaGobi.
Oh, they did? Okay.
With one of Wayans brothers.
Yep, that was a terrible movie.
Oh, I remember that now.
Sucked.
You had it blocked from your memories because it's so bad.
That was a horrible movie.
Darth just missed on. You know what, Darth? Hit him up on Instagram. If you're looking,
His contact information is down below.
Yeah. And
well, I think Darth already follows them too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, hit him up on Instagram. I'm sure he'll want to help you out. Yeah, those animals do look good. There's also a 6-legged cougar. I haven't seen that.
That eyeball thing reminds me of something from Doom.
Oh.
I was so tempted to get that owlbear, and I have no connection to it just because it looked pretty cool.
It's just something for your heroes to fight.
Me either. I like I said, I don't have any connection to Dungeons and Dragons, but I tell you what, I pre-ordered those 2 NECA figures that just dropped.
Come on, you never watched the old cartoon back in the day?
I mean, I watched the old cartoon, but like, you know, D&D as a game or anything like that, I never really got into.
Oh, you ain't got to connect to the game, man, as long as you connect to the lore and the world.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like the fantasy and stuff, and I like the old cartoon and stuff.
I didn't like the old cartoon. I never played Dungeons and Dragons, and I have no connection to the lore.
I really like the NECA stuff. And I know they've already put out 2 figures, and they got 2 more they just dropped for pre-order. But those first 2 figures, Grimsword and I'm blanking on the other dude's name, but are so good. Just so damn good. They're amazing figures.
All I know is Hulk would smash it.
Hey, Darth says, do I follow him? I follow the whole WIP IT crew, though.
Thank you, Sector. War Duke is the name I couldn't remember.
War Duke's pretty cool.
As soon as I said that Darth, as soon as I said Don's information down below, it's like, who am I talking to? Darth is awesome. He follows all of us.
Yeah.
That's what's in my head as soon as I said that out loud. I was like, what the hell did I even say that to Darth?
Darth's part of the, may I say, family?
Family.
Hey, Matt, do you got the figure handy that you use that Angelus leather paint on so I can see how it turned out?
Oh, no, I do not, actually.
That reminded me why Darth was in the chat. You are now a chat moderator, my friend.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, he's special.
We got you, Darth. We got you.
So now you got to start paying. You got the touch, you know?
The new Apocalypse from Marvel Select is top shelf.
Oh, dude, that thing's awesome.
Darth says,
full
life.
Family.
Oh, make a quick little announcement for Saturday. Since we're going to have a guest on, we'll put a hold on our Army of Doms video for that stream. Just to let everybody know, if you use the F word and all that, we kind of don't want to overwhelm Ace. He probably doesn't know. He's going to be like, what the hell are these guys doing? Yeah, Ace doesn't know that, so.
Yeah, so we're going to put a hold on all that stuff for a while. I might surprise you with something here and there, but you never know.
Yeah.
I've been sharing Ramen's link all over Facebook. So,
what?
Because they posted a link to it.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. He put it on the ramen collection. Yeah. If you log into the stream anytime before then, now too, you can add it to your channel too, if you want to.
Darth says crazy. It's an honor, gentlemen. Thank you. And he hopes
Yes,
he
sir.
doesn't let the crew down. Man, you've been a loyal follower since like the beginning, so.
Yes, sir. You're part of the Collector Express family.
So here we go.
Family, 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 family.
All right.
So today's show is that's what we're doing today, guys. Just gonna.
Are you not entertained?
That the warm flesh tint I got for the testers. Camera start working. Makes a great lip color. It replaces that lipstick that they put on the Marvel figures now. Well, the Hasbro figures. G.I. Joe and Marvel Legends. I don't get the whole weird lipstick they putting on figures.
Darth says he started following and watching since June or July of 2022. Wow.
Yep, it's almost getting close to a year. That was around the time I got sick, so the end of July.
Yeah.
I almost died.
You're not going nowhere yet. You gotta send me my package.
Dang.
Well, you keep getting stuff to paint, so it makes it harder.
I know, eh? I was saying, holy moly.
I was about ready to ship it. It's like, here, let me order these things real quick. Okay. Oh, I need to give my address, Matt, so I can figures up for you.
Oh yeah, that damn head. Yeah.
Jared, this is the perfect time to use one of the new ones that we haven't used in. Every time you're about to ship my package.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about it the other day, and I remember the first video of yours that I saw that got me to subscribe to your channel was that that video you did on the knockoff Juggernaut.
Oh yeah, that got a lot of video hits.
That's the one I saw. I was like, oh, okay, and I fucking subscribed from that video. I don't remember when I saw it. I don't remember how old it was at the time, but I don't remember. When did you post that one?
Oh, it's 2020, late 2021, maybe.
I remember I was like, I'd seen some video on knockoff stuff from AliExpress, and I was like, okay, well, I wonder if these are any good. So I was searching for some videos for like knockoff Juggernaut, knockoff Hulk, and stuff like that. And then your video popped up as like one of the first hits when I was searching for that.
Yeah, it's those things are great.
He was the first one who actually posted a video on that Juggernaut.
Yep.
A lot of people copied afterwards.
Yeah, and then I don't know, for some reason the algorithm started lessening your hits for some reason. I don't know why, because
I know exactly why.
Shardamus did it.
Shardamus did it. Somebody with 600,000 subscribers did the review on it, so they quit pushing to mine.
Yeah, and he broke the figure while he was. I don't know how the hell he broke that figure. The thing's a brick.
He has it in the garage.
Yeah, he said it was his fault. It's cold.
Did you just say Shardamus is a prick? What?
Oh, dang. What the heck? Whoa.
No, he said the figure's a brick.
Figure's a brick.
Can't be
Close
doing
enough.
that around here. We're spreading positivity, guys.
No.
September 25th, 2021 is when I posted that.
Okay.
I
feel like I saw it sometime around like the new year, like either like around Christmas or so. It would have been like end of 2021, beginning of 2020.
That one's got 8,161 views.
That's actually how I found Jared as well, was watching that KO, because I saw what's his name, Shardamus's first, and it was just a terrible review, and then I looked it up and then found Jared and subscribed right away.
And then you became part of the family.
Damn it.
Don't worry.
Missed it.
Oh, flesh out.
Missed it down.
What was weird for me is because it was like around that same time that I had found Quinn's shop. And like I don't even remember what we were talking about, and he just brought you up, and I was like, "Hey, I know that dude."
Wait, what did I miss?
I said
Oh,
I said the
said
F
the F word.
I'm gonna give you a pass.
But I said he don't
Actually,
he
no,
don't
I'm
love
not.
you, no Dad.
Family, family, family.
Like,
I was gonna say, you don't love Modesto.
We're paisans. We're good.
oh yeah.
Oh, we're chatting all the time with everybody in the stream. So. We are the friends that send reels and memes to each other nonstop throughout the day. We open our phone up, it's like
52 notifications.
We laugh at them all, then we're like, oh crap, there's 50.
Yeah, trying to limit it. I think I sent like what 20 something today.
Today I got 13 from you all at once. So I was like, "What's going on, man? You're not my friend anymore." Only 13.
Yeah, but Desto is definitely the meme man.
Mean, yes.
Nah, full meme. Think you're getting hard of hearing in the old age, homie.
Actually, I gotta get Matt. I gotta get you on Instagram. I don't have you on it. Are you on
I
Instagram?
just got access to my Instagram account again this weekend because I haven't had access to it for like 6 months because I had gotten hacked on Facebook, and so since Facebook owns Instagram, when they shut my account down and locked my account 6 months ago,
Okay.
I lost access to Instagram, and it took forever to get Instagram back. Even though they restored my Facebook account after like 5 days, I just got Instagram back this weekend. And so I went through and I was like liking a bunch of Jared's stuff.
Okay, so you're on Instagram and Facebook again then?
Yeah. I've been on Facebook. I got back on Facebook after like 4 days of getting hacked. But Instagram, it took forever to get me back. So
a month ago or so, one of the regulars in the chat was saying a similar thing. He got lost access to his Instagram, but he had access to his Facebook.
Yeah, it took forever. I don't even know how many emails trying to be like, hey, what's going on? Because I got hacked by some like Middle Eastern terrorist that started posting like jihadi stuff all over my Facebook page.
Are you serious?
Which, yeah. And they figured it out and figured out it wasn't me and all that. It gave me on my Facebook, but I guess they just forgot about Instagram.
Hey, to let you know you're important, man, when the jihad, won't you?
Yeah, apparently.
You hit the big times, homie.
Or it's somebody who doesn't agree with your other channel and probably set it up.
Yeah.
It may be.
I can see that.
Who knows?
What's funny, man, is I saw my homeboy was wanting to check out some Mythic Legion and stuff, and he went straight to your channel.
Well, he didn't get a good review. We got a good review, didn't get a positive review.
I did 3 reviews on those. I did 3 reviews on the figures. Only one of which I thought was I say it was a bad figure.
Okay.
And then the other, I did say I don't think the other 2 are worth as much money as they cost, but I didn't say they were. I said they were good figures. They were cool figures. One of them I didn't like. 1 out of the 3. And then that video saying I didn't like that one is what got me all the hate that made me make that 4th video where I basically told everybody to go F themselves.
Look at you reaching out to
I watched your
fans.
Hell Witch review.
Yeah, the Hell Witch review, the spicy review. Yeah. With the porn music.
I never got around to reviewing mine.
It says must be the end of the weekend. They are catching up on their gunshot-inspired quota out there.
Oh man,
it happens. I live next to the border. That's like bedtime music.
Sweet sound of AK.
Does anybody have the Krampus ML?
Mythic Legion.
Hey,
Mythic Legion.
If Sodom Numsman's in the chat still, he does. They can tell you about it.
Is that the only Krampus that was made? Because I could swear there was like a different version.
Yeah, there were a couple of companies made Krampus. There's that Santa Claus one with that.
Yeah, what was that company that made all the different versions of Santa Claus, including the like Krampus version?
That's what I was trying to think of.
I can't remember the name of that company. They were pretty cool looking. I mean, I didn't order any of them, but they
Yeah,
looked. I mean, all the stuff that I saw, and I think Foosh did a video on them. And the
I
one he
think
had,
that same company's one doing those figures for that the vampires and monsters line that Big Bad Toy Store's doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's the same company.
That one looks pretty cool. I debated on pre-ordering some of those, but
gives you like a Wolfenstein look to the design of the soldiers.
No, but I have the Headless Horseman Sector 2013. There's a glow
I got
in the dark.
Glow in the dark. Glow in the dark. I got the new Headless Horseman pre-ordered. The one with the green flyer and the purple suit. It's like, dude, that's Lord Pumpkin. I want that.
That thing looks cool, man.
That one line with all the Santa Claus said fresh monkey fiction.
I think they're the ones doing that line for Big Bad Toy Store too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one that BBTS has on there for all the different Santas. Is that funky monkey, whatever, fresh monkey fiction.
Aren't they doing the other line too with the vampires and the Wolfenstein looking soldiers?
I think that's them as well. Yeah.
I think that might be the same company.
What Sector's saying here, I that plays into something I've had a question on a long time. Why don't we get more glow in the dark features on figures?
I know. It's like
I mean, this is not a new technology. They were doing it all the time in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
They consider it a gimmick. They consider it a gimmick now.
Well, I do like those Skeleton Warriors for the Origins line.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to be glow in the dark.
No, the best figure I've got for Masterverse is Scareglow. Got that dark head, and it's awesome.
Why didn't they do their whole body in glow in the dark?
I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
The risk
now, where you can go buy glow in the dark paint. It's not difficult.
Yep.
You know,
and you got different colors glow in dark materials. That's one of my big gripes with the Super 7 mummified Mum Ra that was a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. It glowed in the dark, but they only used one color glow in the dark material. That they should have done the skin in dark material. For some reason they didn't. They did everything in green. It would have made more sense if they used the blue glow in the dark material for a skin.
Yeah, Sector 2013 says he bought the. Sorry.
You go ahead.
Oh no, Sector 2013 says he bought paint that's supposed to glow in the dark.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna do a little touch up on these boots. The flares don't match exactly. I'm gonna put a little more sculpting material on this side to get them come out a little bit. Once I get that done and sand it where they're even, I'm gonna make a mold of these so I can eventually run them for my future prime. So I love how these turned out.
Oh, we got a different kind of question here. Any news on Shartimus or Anthony's new toy lines? I haven't heard any because I haven't really watched their channel.
I mean, I watch Anthony all the time, but the last time he talked about his toy line was like 2 months ago.
Yeah, his toy line's basically on hold until his kid gets older.
Yeah, Shartimus, I don't know, his fell off the radar a long time ago.
Yeah,
I didn't even know he was doing one.
I don't think it's
weird.
Yeah, those street goons, but
yeah,
wolves or something other.
Cholos and all kinds of other stuff. It was weird. It's kind of like gangbanger figures.
Aliens?
Yeah, they were like aliens, but gangbangers too, or something other.
Yeah, gangbangers, and I don't know. It was weird.
Well, you know what though? For making like civilian style people is one thing, but to make alien civilian style people is kind of, I don't know, out there.
Weird.
I don't think anybody want to pick it up.
It wasn't very interesting.
No.
At least to me, anyway.
I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, eh.
That's the beautiful thing about an opinion.
They're all right. Especially mine.
Lord.
The agent says Anthony's Custom is still working on Venom feet, I think.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he sold a ton of those Venom feet, and he's like, I don't get it. Just use Hyperion feet, or the other Venom feet.
I mean, you can go online and buy them cheap.
I don't like the movie Venom feet though. They look weird.
Oh yeah, that's what he's doing. The 2-pack Venom still. He's making a new feet for it.
It looks like a cast of them or something.
He sculpted. He actually like 3D printed them and made molds of them.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's original design feet. They're textured like the movie body.
Mm-hmm.
So they are a little they're nice, but yeah.
Shartimus's line was called Street Humans.
Yeah,
Street Humans.
Mm-hmm.
Street Humans, and it was supposed to be a Kickstarter, so I'm assuming it didn't go so well. Because the last update I can find is August of 2021.
What, you guys didn't back it? Come on.
So it's like the guys who created Street Sharks have just been really lazy.
Pretty much.
It's like a middle-aged mutant Ninja Turtles. Have you ever seen that little parody?
It's like I think you can swap the heads out in certain other parts and go from being a human to being some kind of like an animal.
Yeah, and they're also you can swap with every single other figure in the line, so you can get some pretty crazy things going. He was saying.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah, I'm looking at the videos now, and I was like, it's just looking weird.
It didn't really have no appeal to me. It's like, if you're going to do something like that, you need to make a budget line. Like, you want basically, they're going to be goons for your cannon fodder for your figures to beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what though? You can pretty much get figures from AliExpress now that look like the civilians, like in suits, or even like the retro Peter Parker type figures and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I don't think I'd want to back a line.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you
that didn't sound good.
Nah, he don't want to get big. He's getting angry.
At first, I thought he might have upchucked.
He's mad because you took his figures away from him. He wants to know why they're in your room instead of his.
What are you talking about? He takes my figures. I have no figures anymore. He found my mini cons and now they're his.
He's mad you didn't back the Street Humans line.
Is that what it is, Jen? Are you mad I didn't back the Street Humans? I'm sorry, Bug.
He's pissed off. You're done. It's a wrap for you, brother. You ain't going to bed tonight.
You can't want Street Humans back that.
Everybody said, hey, Jen. Hey, guys, if I turn on the TV out there, will y'all say hey to him real quick?
Yeah.
Never mind. The wife said no. She said no. She wants him to bed.
Okay.
That's negative.
The boss has spoken.
Hey, Bug, everybody said hey, okay? They said be good.
Jen, your dad says you can get any figure off the shelves he wants.
Wait, what?
Yep.
No.
Plus Street Humans.
Thank you for not going to the channel, wife, because they just bribed him royally.
You can take the Conan that he's working on now.
Yeah.
Ew, that's Randall's.
Randall's going to have to get in line.
That's what are you talking about? That's Jen's.
Yeah, no, the joke.
Jen has spoken.
It's about how it goes.
Anybody have a video on how to lengthen legs on a figure? I don't, but I have done it in the past. What I've done before, I've cut them down. I cut the legs in two, drilled a hole in each side of each part of the leg, if it's a solid leg, and insert a styrene rod. Then basically sculpt the middle section that's missing. With Hulk Smash, I did a Superboy for them. I actually cut styrene pieces in like odd, like rough shapes of what I wanted to sculpt, so I didn't have to use as much sculpting material. And stacked them up. I drilled a hole through the center, slid them over top that styrene rod, and I glued it all together. And then took my Dremel and shaped it as best I could. Then I took the same material I'm using right here, they use Fix It, and filled in and resculpted the pants and made a taller Superboy.
You want to hear a crazy story about you remember the obviously you remember the old Toy Biz Hulk line, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how the legs were kind of short on the Professor Hulk?
Yep.
And the arms basically had girl arms, you know what I mean? Like they were way too long for the legs. So what somebody did was they did that to the, I forget if they did it from the thigh and the calf, but anyways, they found a spot to lengthen the legs like a lot, drastically. And what they did was, like you just said there with styrene, they made a perfect cut. They inserted either a metal rod or a styrene rod. I can't remember what he says he put. And then there was such a huge gap that what he did was he took plastic from fodder figures and he just stuffed them around the rod. And then he sculpted over that and smoothed it all out to the shape of the leg. Basically, because of the weight, if he was to use all Aves or whatever to do that, the legs would have weighed a ton. So he actually used plastic from other figures. He just cut plastic off, like their limbs and stuff that they were fodder, and he actually built it up around the styrene rod. So that's a pretty cool idea. It all depends on how much you're doing, though. Like, I mean, if you're only lengthening a little bit, you can get away with just using, sculpt or whatever. But I thought that was a pretty cool method.
I did the same thing when I heightened my Marvel Now Captain America. I made the lower boots taller, cut them in half, put a rods like I just did with mentioned two on each side, and resculpted different. Which I ended up not even having those boots anymore. I did that when I was doing all those Marvel Now repaints and customs. Like the Marvel Now Captain America is a beautiful figure. It's just undersized and it's lacking paint. Sculpt wise, bro, it's great. When I added that extra height to it, I just got through painting up one for a commission back when I did commissions. And the guy's like, "Can you do that to mine?" I was like,
"You did a few of those, right?"
Oh yeah.
I remember you were working on those.
I pumped out Captain America's for a while.
Yeah.
That's one of the last. Well, that's one of the last customs I did for a long time. That's when my father passed away. That's one of the last ones I finished up.
I remember that.
And that's one of my dad's favorite characters. So it kind of you read it when he was little.
You were on hiatus for a while after that.
Yep.
And I had to pull you back in.
Yep. You can play your video now.
Exactly. That was basically the reason why that video was good.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Oh, we're glad you did, buddy.
Yep, I'm glad I did too. I got to meet everybody here. Well, I already knew Dom, but everybody and all the people we get to talk to in the chat all the time, and everybody on the stream.
Let's get to some of these comments now. Speaking of Quintesson's in the house.
Oh, what's up, my friend? He got his shirt fast. He ordered one of the Collector Express family shirts. And he got it in like 2 days.
I'll get to that one after.
Well, like three days, I think. He ordered on Sunday and he got it on a Wednesday. So he got it in like 3 days.
Be good, drink your water. Something along says, "Be good, drink your water." Bold Cat Studio says, "Hey everyone."
Hey Steven, what's up?
Quintesson says, "Woo,
Woo.
thank you." That's what family is for. Okay, now I got it.
Damn it, Bob.
Family, 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 family.
Yep.
Quintesson says, "Hell yeah, I did." When you bought the shirt. T Public must have outsourced to a place super local to me.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was like it took Don what, like a week or two to get his, and
Yeah,
you got yours in
Yeah, Jared got his pretty quick.
3 days.
He sent us both the picture.
Yep.
Okay, Boldcat says, I went to a MegaCon yesterday and found a Renew Your Vows 2-pack. I thought, now's my chance, and got it. But when I opened it at the hotel, instead of one Spider-Man and one Spinneret, it's 2 Spider-Mans in the box. You got lucky.
Well, you just lucked out, sir.
Yeah, you did.
That's the one everybody
swapping.
But was it the Renew Your Vow Spider-Man though?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Any Spider-Man's better than Spinneret.
He got unscum swapped. Take your win. Take the
Can you
W.
imagine the guy who bought 2 of those just to take Spinnerets?
Hey man, he needed
And
a light skinned
Spider-Man.
streak body, you know, like easy to work with.
You guys are dunce.
I got the
You get
the
Spinneret.
flares evened out.
Oh, that looks holy man. Perfect now.
Yeah, this one was not sticking out as far. It'll take some finish sanding, but
Hey bug.
Oh wow, he says it's both Renew Your Vows Spider-Man and the box.
There you
You
go.
just lucked up.
Dude.
Put it on eBay and
Yeah,
go buy another box set.
the only thing that sucks, he got his original Spinneret had the best up arm.
He'd be alright. You can buy Spinnerets cheap online now.
Yeah, you can buy some Spinnerets by themselves on eBay for around about $18, $20.
Dude, you just got a cash cow there. Sell that Spider-Man, man.
Yeah, for real.
There you go. Better than getting 2 Spinnerets.
Well, if he's got the other box set, if you do have that box set, Steven, then you got 3, don't you?
No, I think this is the first time he bought it, he said.
Yeah.
He had a Spinneret
Sometime.
before. He's had a Spinneret before though, and he said that the arm was like with my Vulcan had a solid arm. There's no elbow joint.
I wonder if it was just on eBay buy, because he's saying that now's his chance to get the 2-pack. But,
Yeah.
well, let us know, man. Quintesson says reverse swapped.
Unless it came from Hasbro that way, that'd be weird.
It's Hasbro. Would it really be weird?
Well, yeah, because they did something good.
Yeah.
Dang.
You're more likely to get 2 Spinnerets from Hasbro than you are 2 Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like my Amazon Killmonger that came with the Killmonger but no belt.
I'm gonna rinse my hands off, get the clay off my hands. I'll be right back.
Something wants to
Killmonger, that what?
Sorry.
I got the Amazon exclusive
Okay.
Killmonger, and it came with the Killmonger but none of his accessories.
You send it back?
Oh yeah, I already got it replaced.
I got back into
Go ahead,
custom
Dan.
not long ago, and Collector Express was one of the rare YouTube channels that actually gave customizing tips without holding back. Yep. You heard that, Jared?
I'm in washing my hands. I'll be right there.
I'll leave it up. Yeah, that's what we've always talked about on here. Is like if you're gonna customize and give tips and stuff like that, why hold back? Like, let everybody know what you're up to. Like, I don't understand what the big secrecy is, but
I got back in customizing not long ago, and Collector Express is one of the rare YouTube channels that actually gave customizing tips without holding back. Yes, sir. I've seen so many we talked about so many times in the past too that
Yep.
why nobody shares their stuff, but it's not like if you share this stuff, you're not going to get commission. If you're, it's not going to hurt your business, end quote, business, sharing stuff. Help other people out in the hobby.
You're sad. That shit's fine.
If you don't help this hobby grow, it dies.
Exactly. If you don't like if you basically scare people away from it and you don't want to, you know, like we've seen in the past, it's like it's never gonna grow, right? Like I mean, it's good to see so many new faces getting into it now.
I've seen a lot of other YouTubers start doing the same thing what we're doing now, though, and sharing.
Yeah, almost like it's their original idea.
Yeah. It's all about community. It's like, y'all used to never say that before.
They always did. Just didn't pay attention.
No, they did not.
Wait, someone swapped for 2 spinnerets. Yeah, somebody wanted 2 spinnerets and left the Spider-Man behind. Oh, jeez.
That's insane.
Was it Rick James always said? Yeah.
Quintesson says a new shirt idea, business.
We'll have to expand upon that one. It's like a business, like in quotes. That's what I just did.
Yeah.
I think, like I always hate the term pro customizer. It's like, what is a pro customizer?
He says the T-shirt has to have hands in the quote, the air quote.
Oh, I got you. Problem is, my big old hands won't cover somebody's entire chest.
That'd be cool. They have a hand on each side of the word business.
Yeah,
with the fingers up.
Business.
I like that idea.
I don't understand not sharing anything about how to do this stuff. It's a fun hobby for people to do. There is no reason not to share.
Wouldn't you like to see somebody else do? Like, I mean, okay, for example, I asked Matt, hey Matt, that Conan custom you made, what did you do for blah 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 blah? And all of a sudden Matt says, oh yeah, I did this and this and that. And then next week I come on and I show, look Matt, I took your advice. Look what I did. Is that not going to make you feel like, hey man, I helped somebody out here? Like, I don't get it. Like, you know, it's
Match. Like, I've been on Matchy's channel and he shares stuff, and I've learned stuff like a neck mod tutorial from him. That's what great thing about sharing the stuff and getting people in the hobby. Other people come with ideas you've never heard of or even thought of, and you can learn stuff from helping other people out.
Yeah. Well, you know,
don't forget the most important, valuable information that you've learned from me, and that is the dick hinge. Don't want to forget that.
Yeah, those art figures could use those.
Yeah.
God dang. I don't even know what to say with y'all no more.
Well, we were on Big Bad Store last night. I forgot about it. They got those action figures based on famous art pieces, and a lot of them's got their pecker hanging out.
Yeah, of course. That's art, sir.
Well, the funny thing was, like, all the figures that were naked dudes, they didn't have any problems taking pictures of full wang in the pictures. But then what was it, Venus de Milo figure?
Yeah,
they made sure they carefully covered her up every time. But then just for good measure, in that one Jared was showing us, in the mix of all the pictures of Venus de Milo, they just randomly threw in the Thinker with his wang out, even though that's not the figure that they were selling. Like, they just had to
reminder, we got Wang.
They just had to have a little bit of ding dong in every one of those pictures, even if that wasn't the figure that was being sold. So it kind of tells you the way that BBTS leans, and that's okay. I don't mind, but
Well, that's the I don't know if it's BBTS or it's the actual makers of the figure. That's the figures.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they just gave them. They're like, these are the promo photos we're using. You're like, are you sure? Yeah, just put them up. Okay.
I'm really surprised though that they're uncensored pictures.
Light them up.
Because it's a kind of detailed sculpt. It's like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, Thinker's thing is not even out on the statue, is it?
No, but it is on the toy.
Thinker's thing.
They just added that.
It's like
It's an accessory.
I know
They
that
accessorize the Thinker.
I know that David has it out. I saw that yesterday.
Bobcat Studios. This was the second Renew Your Vows box that he bought.
Luck that on this one.
Now you got 2 Spider-Mans to sell. Cha-ching.
We still don't have a good spinner rate.
Well, he can buy one now.
Yeah, sell the Spider-Man.
Oh, yes. You can sell the Spider-Man for like, probably $30-$40 or better, plus shipping.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them.
Then get your spinnerette for $20.
If you really want
Now
one.
he's got 3 Spider-Mans and a defective spinnerette.
Yeah, he needs one of these arms. He said, "Nah, I'm keeping them." I don't blame you. They're good figures. I got two of them.
Something else is that Hasbro Power Rangers Street Fighter Cammy. She came with 3 left hands and 1 right hand, and it's 35+. Toy collecting is a niche thing. People don't buy toys as much as they used to. Customizing is even more niche.
Let me
yeah.
I'm gonna take a break. Go see if I can help out with the little guy. But before I go, let me show off the progress I've made as far as with the airbrush.
Yeah, we can't see anything you've been doing.
Really?
You're completely been off screen.
So here's the normal flesh tones. And then here's the airbrushing, shading. And the legs haven't been done yet. So they wanted Randall wanted to fit in line with his Mythic Legion set, so I was going with that kind of flesh toning.
You get rid of his chest hair.
Yeah. I might have to go back in and put it on by hand. So, but I don't know if y'all can see the difference in shading and whatnot on this camera.
Yeah, I saw it.
No, it looks good.
So, all right. But let me I'm just gonna mute myself. I'll run over here and help out with the little guy for a minute and I'll get back.
All right.
2 hours later.
Shut up.
Yeah, something was right though. If you can't find help, they'll just give up. Video tips are rare.
Yeah, it's sad, man. I wish you. I'm a big believer in teach a man how to fish.
Never go hungry.
Yep.
Like, I mean, even when you decide in the future, when I mean, it's probably going to come a time where I can't really do it anymore or whatever. It's hard, but it's still be nice to go online and see other people doing it,
Exactly. And it's really cool that you can see 2 people like tagging me on Instagram. It's like, hey, I learned this from Collector Express, and I had one's tags just yesterday. Somebody was using the Winsor Newton to strip off the camo off Dusty's body. They're making a dock from G.I. Joe, which is a great idea what they're doing. They're using the blue marble head. Makes a great dock head. Doing a black base on, then go gray over top of it. This is the primeval parts.
Sweet.
I'm going to go ahead and get him put together. Just be waiting on the cape. So I have to go ahead and just get a lot done. I'll grab the body here in a second. I got a lot. Next thing to do is test that. Grab a junk figure. Test that hammer tone paint on. I want to test it before I use it to make sure it's going to work the way I want it. Because I've got a lot of work in that body already. One thing I suggest too, if you're getting into the hobby, go on eBay, find some junk figures or lots of figure parts. Use that stuff to practice with.
Or you do what I did first time. Was I took that Cosmic Iron Man figure because nobody wanted it, and I bought a couple of them, and I learned because I didn't see any videos on it online that elbows and knee pins only go in and out one way, and if you try to take them out the other way, you ruin the figure. So I found that out. I was like, man, these things are tough. They won't come out. I've got a freaking, a punch there, just heating them up and jamming them through. And I pushed them out the wrong way. So,
well, the older figures do have pins that go out either way.
Toy Biz?
Also, in the early Marvel Legends, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really weird shaped pins, too. They're more like flat on the ends. They're pretty much identical on either side.
DCUC, they had the same size on each side. It took me a while to figure out how to do pins properly when I was starting out. I just drill the holes out completely, and just when I put back the figure, I'd glue the pins in, which still worked.
What sucked is I didn't realize I had completely screwed them up to where they wouldn't go back together until after I had disassembled it completely and repainted it completely. And then tried to put it back together and was like, God. And it was cool too. I had that suit in a matte black finish with like electric blue, arc reactor and points all over it and stuff. And that was a pretty cool look for like a stealth Iron Man or something. And then it was just like, nah, I threw the whole thing away. I was like, damn it.
You could have got some more pins.
Probably, but I was pissed.
File 13, that bitch.
Quintesson says Dusty Head looks great on Falcon too, and what's it called? The Green Goblin Unmasked. The came with the retro Green Goblin. That looked really good.
Yeah, the retro Green Goblin, it fits underneath that beret really well.
Mm-hmm. And you hide the weird hair. Hasbro Marvel Legends has the bigger pins inside, then smaller outside, so it won't be so obvious on the outside.
Nope.
I
found that out the hard way.
I just redid the lips on my Dusty Head earlier in the show, so he don't look like he's got lipstick on. I also did Sarge too. I got another Sarge head I'll have to do because with Sarge coming out of his mouth or something, and it's so red. Which
I was looking for newer stuff from Hasbro, but barely could find any. Well, at the con, I guess he's saying.
Yeah.
I just put DaGobi back in the green room while he's away.
I want to see the painted head with the very white eyes. Quintesson says I gotta run. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Have a good one, dear. Head with the white eyes. I'm not sure which head he's talking about.
I mean, either.
Is he talking about Dusty?
I got the Cobra Commander head fitted for this body now. I use a combination of green stuff and an O-ring. So I got green stuff at the base, and then around the neck of it, the O-ring.
Bring it lower a bit, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Is that just the normal ratio for green stuff?
Yep. So now I gotta. Once you put the other piece on, it should sit really good. The bandolier piece.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta need some touch paint. You need some
That's
paint
a really
touch.
regal looking one, right?
Yeah, it's the regal style, but it's not the light blue one. But
Well, you'll be getting new Cobra Commander soon, right?
you roboted out, robot. What? You roboted out. Well, I couldn't hear what you said.
Oh, I said you'll be getting that new Cobra Commander soon.
Yeah, when is the his tank coming out? That'll be coming with the his tank.
Yeah.
Just gotta get the trailer hitch for it.
Yeah, we get the his tank truck nuts. We need those.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, we was talking about the DCUC pins. Got one laying right here.
Yeah.
Yep, it's pretty close to the Marvel Legend ones. They were a little skinnier though.
Yep, I got some those right here. Drop that in there. There's one.
Yep, that's the one right there.
They got small heads on both sides, which I kind of like that. That's or the pinholes are small on both sides of the leg.
Yeah.
The newer style with the big side, the smaller side is easier to push in and out, but those look nicer, I think. Oh, I was going to show off the. Okay, zoom out. And get my gut back off the screen. And we got Primeval's body pretty well about ready. Resculpted the upper thighs a little bit to match the blend in with the Venom legs. And I got the sculpted to take the fix-it sculpt and made the track for the energy effects for the P that Box Cans made me, which I actually accidentally broke, but it ended up working out real all right. That way I can get it laid on the chest a little better.
You know what, Jared? I'd like to see somebody copy this one.
Oh yeah. I couldn't copy this one thanks to all these awesome parts that Box Cans made for me.
Exactly.
This is a 1 of 1. Those spikes are awesome. They're very sharp. I stuck them on one in my thumb. My art is. I remember thinking about Beetlejuice. My art is very heavy and it's very dangerous. All right. Anybody listen to Clownfish? Every now and then I do. I talk about the same stuff over and over all the time, so it kind of get tired of listening to them sometimes. But I listen to them every now and then. I don't listen to like entertainment, like news like that too much anymore anyway. I'd rather just deal with my custom stuff and toy stuff.
Did you swap out that Dazzler part yet or no?
Not yet. That's actually something I might do here in a minute. Now that you said that.
I didn't pull mine out because it's in one of those 2 new bins. I don't feel like digging through. I'm pretty sure since it's a bigger box, it's at the bottom. I don't feel like taking everything out to check mine.
Yeah, story of our lives, eh? Everything in tote bins.
Well, I just bought 2 new tote bins because like half my closet shelf and the top shelf is full. The whole left side of mine is full. Of corner by the damn dresser's full. There's a box in the closet by the front of the house. The 2 bins behind the couch, and then now I got 3 or 4 new box sets that I just got in the mail. So those are on top of my bookshelf.
Let me rinse my hands off, and I'll go clean that off. Ooh. Hold on, let me try something.
So waiting on that 3-pack with Banshee to come through.
Trying different layouts.
I was gonna say, what the hell? There you go.
I'm gonna rinse the Winsor Newton off my fingers, and I'll be right back. I'll grab Dazzler too. Dazzler.
Yeah, so I found a one of the guys in my local group chat on Facebook. And we got a store up here called Treasure Hunt. It's like one of those liquidation stores. It's really small, and sometimes they get figures and stuff. So one of the other guys, the Quintesson, was just in the chat. He's part of the group chat that I'm talking about. One of our other friends spotted Wrecker, Star Wars Black Series Wrecker, which is a deluxe figure, and he spotted it at that store, and the price tags remain the same as you would find in retail, maybe sometimes a little less. So this one was at $33.99, but everything in the store is 50 to 60% off price tag. So I ended up getting a Wrecker for like $15. And
nice.
I've been wanting to get into the Bad Batch figure wise, I'm saying, but it's going to be hard to get guys like Crosshairs and Hunter, but the other guys can pretty much get now. So I ended up picking one up for me and Quintesson, who's just in here. He told me if I'm going by to grab one for him, so I did. Anybody else want one in case I go back there?
Me?
You do?
The only ones I need are Hunter and Crosshair. I mean, I've got the Crosshair in his Imperial, because that was easy to find. But yeah, I don't have Crosshair or the other or Hunter, because those are impossible to find. And weren't they supposed to re-release those? And for some reason they didn't. They like re-released all of them except for those 2.
You know why I think they're not going to re-release them anymore is because, well, actually it was Quintesson who said it. They're probably going to release them in the new outfits. I haven't watched season 2 yet, so I don't know anything about it. But I'm wondering.
Well, because all the ones I've got are the re-releases that came out right before season 2, and with the exception of Crosshair, because he's in the Imperial uniform, they're all the same. So they released all the rest of them the same. So I don't know why they, at least, I mean, okay, Crosshair, yeah, I get it. He's in a new uniform, whatever. But like Hunter, like why didn't they re-release Hunter? It didn't make any sense. I don't know. But I bought all mine when Dorkside was going out of business, and they had them all for like $12 and $13 a piece. And so I ordered them all from them. But yeah, I mean, I would love to have Hunter at least. I mean, because I can at least go, okay, well, I do have Crosshair technically.
Yeah.
So, but
Hunter's gonna be hard to find, man.
I mean, you can find him on eBay, but he's like $60.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want him that bad.
Well, the difference is I was looking at the torsos on the torsos.
Mm-hmm.
The star is a little higher on the retro card, and it's gold instead of. Let's do this. Okay, it's bright yellow. It's like a bright yellow here, gold here, and it's a little lower on the Mojo one. It's higher in gold. This one has the 2 holes in the back. This one has the single hole. This is my extra, it was in my fodder bin, but it's got the same defect. It's too thick on this side and it's cut jagged. Too thick on this side and cut jagged. On my good one, it's perfect. I think I'm just going to just swap out, put the Mojo torso on here because it's got the jacket that'll cover up that issue.
Yep.
And I'm going to take the belt off this one and put on my Mojo too.
That's a good thing. At least the jacket's going to hide that for you.
Yep.
Overall, I like the jacketed one with the short hair better because that's how I remember Dazzler most from the 80s.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be her Outback look, right?
Yeah.
Get over to the microwave oven.
Oh, well, in the Outback, she took the jacket off. It's kind of hot in Australia.
Yeah, it's a tad bit warm out there. Plus, every creature is trying to kill you.
Especially the Reavers. That's when the Reavers got introduced, was during that whole Outback section.
Well, the Reavers are the least thing to worry about in Australia.
I don't know. They were pretty good out there in Australia, man. They were screwing the X-Men up. They had Wolverine crucified to that X cross. And that's when Jubilee got introduced too.
Yep.
A kangaroo can actually disembowel somebody.
All the best things about X-Men were introduced when Chris Claremont was writing.
Yeah. Highly agree.
Kangaroos growl like wolves, and they can disembowel you. But people that see them like, oh, they're cute and little hippity hops. No, they'll kill you too. Oh, Bobcat Studios found Spiral. Cool.
How about that video with the kangaroo holding a dog in a headlock, and the owner runs up to it?
If you notice too, that dog's neck was bloody too.
Yeah.
It was going to kill that dog.
The guy actually freaking connects with a nice overhand right.
Oh yeah, I was surprised he didn't get the shit kicked out of him for it.
Yeah.
The kangaroo just looks stunned, like shocked.
He's like, "Did you just seriously just stick me?" It's like,
Anyone heard of boxing kangaroo? Yeah. I've seen kangaroos too. Look like they've been fed steroids too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I saw those ones. They have to be genetically modified. I saw that one kangaroo. He looked like Schwarzenegger in his damn prime.
We are coming here to hop you
up. Boltcat says the shoulder pegs feel gummy on Spiral. Oh,
on Spiral?
On who? Spiral?
Which shoulder? She's got 6.
The ones on mine feel like are fine.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody say that the shoulder pegs were gummy on Spiral. I haven't taken mine out. She's staying on card because she's the only one I got. Oh, you took the baby oil off. What the hell?
I don't know. I did a neck swap on her too. The Thursday, the neck ended up exploding on me on that thin resin, or that hard brittle resin where I put the ball peg on it. I was going to pop the head off, and it just shattered that neck. It's like, shit. I ended up taking the neck off Cersei. That's where I got the ball peg from to begin with. Actually grafted onto that, which actually reinforced, drilled it down, then glued all around inside of it. So it basically reinforced the resin anyway, that way. Plus it's a softer rubber, and I got more range and articulation this way now too, because the ball peg can actually move.
Is there a reason you're moving her head that way a lot?
Giggity, giggity.
Pile driver.
It's at well, those people like the family's going doom. You see the family's like having a husband. They understand as weird as you are. Doom. All those women doing those things.
Night at the Roxbury.
Oh, we got Tac toys with film. Greetings from the UK. Nothing like a bit of customizing. It's so relaxing and therapeutic. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
welcome. Oh, he says it feels like the arm was gonna pop off. Are we talking about Spiral though?
Oh, he had earlier. He said the shoulder peg was gonna be. It was the middle right shoulder he was talking about.
Oh, middle right. Okay. Name withheld says that Power Girl looks great.
Thank you, sir.
Unless you got a defective hole on that side, I don't know.
So, what's your time frame for microwaving figures to get them like perfect?
About 222. Depends on how much water level's in it.
It all depends on if you want them al dente or not.
I throw them in the. Yeah, I got like an old pottery like bowl I keep in the microwave and there's water in it.
I just want to try to bend the arm. Maybe heat it up. I don't know.
Oh, I know what's. I bet I know what's wrong with it. It's stuck with paint. Sometimes they feel gummy, and you're actually going to tear that mushroom peg off.
Then he's been around long enough to know. Heat it up a little.
Yep. Heat it up and pop that joint and see if you can take it apart and put it back together.
He's not new at this. He knows these things. Never force a joint. If it feels gummy, heat it up. Simple.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a great figure.
When in doubt, heat it.
Tac Toys says your Ultraverse customs are wild, bro. Love your work.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, he said he's gonna try it.
Yeah, heat it up. Get the hair dryer if you don't want to boil the water. Warm that up nicely.
No, al dente the shit out of that thing.
Yeah. She looks like spaghetti arms, so you might as well. we like our pasta al dente. And we like our veal tender.
We like our veal milk fed.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give her.
Finally watched Ultra Force.
Oh, cool.
I've still never watched that.
It's on Tubi.
Yep. It's a slight color variance, like from the torso.
Are you gonna put the jacket on it or no?
No. I couldn't put the sleeves on, but I could put a jacket.
What is it, like a half a shade off?
Yeah, it's just there's like almost like a little bit more yellow in the blue.
Okay.
It's just
yeah,
I can see it's a little darker.
I wonder what she looks like with her jacket on.
The jacket might detract away from the color.
Oh yeah, I actually like that. The vest jacket.
Yeah, I don't know. Detract away from the color variance a bit.
Then you can actually put one of the glove cuffs on this side. The bosom's actually bigger on this torso too.
Put some baby oil on them.
Yeah.
Jared, referring to your comment before, Box of Cannon says, "Sorry, I make dangerous things." He's not responsible for you stabbing yourself, all right? Ooh, good question. You gonna make a Helena Bertinelli to go with that Power Girl? Wishful thinking. Huntress.
Just a second.
Boltcat said, now that I have Spiral and Longshot, I need Mojo. I don't know if I should go for the 3-pack or standalone. Notice I didn't say 4-pack. Yeah, exactly. It's not a 4-pack. Well, Steven, are you going to heat up that arm? We want to know what's going on. Let us know if you can fix that arm. Grab the hair dryer.
May as well go with the standalone. It's probably gonna be cheaper than trying to get the one that's actually got paint application on it.
The 3-pack, right?
Yeah,
The 3-pack one's gonna be more expensive.
Yeah, I picked up the 3-pack because of the warehouse sale.
It's too bad. I mean, he didn't get he could have got the single release Mojo a few months back, like 3-4 months back. Because when I went to Target up in Madison, Wisconsin, they were sitting on the shelves. Nobody was buying them. They were there for days and days on end.
There we can go with the one here.
Hey, something along is saying spiral arms are kind of flimsy. The L. Yeah, Steven, let us know how that goes, man.
Speaking of the 4-pack, if they would make legitimate X babies with articulation, I would buy the hell out of those.
Yeah.
There's you a hunter's head.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
Where'd you get that from?
Probably Corey from years ago. It's a casting of a DC Direct head.
Oh, I wonder what body.
I don't know.
Well, you can always use spinneret. You can paint over the white, right?
Yep. Oh, that's one thing I noticed too with this Dazzler. She's using spinneret legs. These are not
they're rounded, right?
I think so. Let me verify that. Actually, I don't know. These might be the
Spinneret ones look a little thicker.
Yeah, these are spinnerets. They're about the same thickness.
Doubt they will say it's too much money for them.
Oh yeah, these are spinnerets. The knees are smaller on the shriek legs. The knees are smaller. The calves are smaller. And, yeah, I was thinking this mold line is exactly the same on both these spinneret legs and this. I'm gonna use a different jacket. I'm gonna keep this one the light color jacket. I actually have another retro card.
You know what I find impressive? I find it impressive that they actually did so close together between Spinneret and Shriek, how they did new molds for legs.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both actually good molds. Like, I mean, they're good thickness compared to the older Marvel Legends females. But, like, I mean, they do use money. They surprise us sometimes with their choices of where they put the money, though.
Well, that 5-pack was Strife. They spent a lot of extra money on Strife. They didn't have to, making pinless arms and legs.
Yeah.
And so I got her back together, but with the 3-pack chest. I actually like the yellow on the brighter, where it's got those bright. It's the Rogue jacket from the retro card.
Yeah.
So it's a brighter jacket because I used her jacket, I think, on Jacket and Arms when I did my Black Widow custom. So then I put her back together with Rogue jacket and arms, upper arms, for the, when I did the Siren arm swap on Rogue. I don't mind the little bit color difference. Once I put that other jacket on, the darker jacket that matches the belt, you notice it. But I don't have the big chunk of plastic over here no more. It's on here, You just don't see it because of the jacket. Which now I'm thinking about putting a jacket on this. I probably could have just done that in the first place.
Something wrong says White Electra has spinneret hips and shriek legs.
The what now?
White Electra has spinneret hips and shriek legs.
Wouldn't
it be? You have the Electra there, right?
Yeah, let me go grab her right quick.
I didn't know if they were the same size, like at the peg.
Yeah, I was just looking at the prices on the Mojos. It'd be cheaper just to buy the single release.
I'd just buy the single release and add a little
Unless
bit
they
of
do another warehouse sale.
Yeah, because I looked and they're not really selling the Mojo World box set one on its own. Only one person on eBay was selling it, and they wanted $60 for it. But I saw you can get the single release for $40 to $45.
You are correct. Those are. I didn't know those thighs were compatible. That is the spinneret lower legs, shriek hips.
Oh, nice.
You are correct, sir. Actually, they may have done that with this one. Actually, I kind of think they did. The legs are. Yep, with that's the same way with the Dazzler. They got the shriek hips, spinneret legs. Man, I wish they made that hairpiece hollow because that thing is so heavy, but it looks so good. Oh, what the hell? How'd I miss that?
She's got smuts on her face.
She's got jizz on her face.
Eee. Damn glue.
I'm hanging out with
That's what it is.
Daredevil so much.
Damn it. Yep, that's glue. I don't know how I missed that during the review.
I can hear her too.
I know I had glue on the other head. I was able to hide it when I redid the headpiece. I'll show you that one. I lowered the bandana down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So much better.
Now, you did that during the stream. I was watching when I wasn't on the stream. I was just watching it when you did it.
Yeah, she had a big old gob of glue on her forehead in this one. And when I lowered the bandana, I was able to cover it up.
The Adrian says the perfect Mojo is to use the standalone for the organic parts and the 4-pack Mojo for all the metal parts, unless you want to paint.
Yeah, he's looked that standalone one does have comic book precedence, that less paint work.
Yeah, regarding the leg, the two different legs, you can tell the big difference if you look behind the knees. Spinneret has much thicker joint.
I know the knees are. Yep, there you go. You're one that pointed out the spinner had bigger legs. Yep, that's it. Big old thick knee joints on the spinneret legs.
What if they did that to compensate for the stress fractures, like you were getting those in the original ones?
Oh yeah.
The stress. Remember they were stressing.
Yep, I can see. You can see it right there. I'm trying to bend that knee. I can see it stressing. Can you see it there? Oh, let's see if I get the camera to focus.
Yeah.
Right there, you can see a stress mark right there.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, that might be the reason why they thicken them up.
Wow. Look at Hasbro taking it upon themselves to fix problems.
You know, we shouldn't talk too much shit because then they're gonna go back to the old ones.
Can't get the lower leg to move. It's stuck.
Well, even Hasbro knows that a woman needs good, strong legs and knees. So.
Oh shit! Excuse me. Damn.
Well,
I'm blaming that on Stella.
Somebody's belly's full.
Electra does has jizz on her chin.
I mean, I'm just saying. And it's not like Daredevil would see it to know and warn her. He just leaves the house, you know. She doesn't know.
Daredevil jokes are always funny. Remember all the reviews people would do, and sometimes they'd have a Daredevil figure in the background, and you'd see people be giving high fives, and Daredevil's facing the other way, trying to give a high five. Jeez.
Did you leave the Dremel music on for Keon in the green room?
I haven't. They keep watch on it because I haven't.
Can you imagine he's back there saying, "Let me back in"?
Oh, it's let me turn his camera back on.
Yeah, I think he's probably still trying to handle the kid.
Yeah, it sounded like he was not happy to go to bed.
No, he was not. But most kids aren't. Kind of reminds me of that one thing I sent you guys with Ric Flair, like when you're trying to get your kid to sleep and he's blowing all over the place and jumping on the ropes and throwing elbows on the damn mat.
I like that one ad where paint's not very thick. Didn't stick too good. I just took my fingernail, I was scraping here, and I scraped off some off her lipstick.
You just blame Daredevil for that.
She never saw it coming. What I like to do too is like it's scratching the plastic. It's one of the good things about Winsor Newton. Once I get done, I can actually take the Winsor Newton over top where I've scratched it, and I'll blend it back in.
Hank Solo said, every time I think about starting an Instagram, someone says they got hacked.
And I got two-factor set up on mine, so just keep it from happening. Always set up two-factor authentication on your logins if you can.
Oh my god. The Adrian just says something. Something that's always bugged me about Affleck Daredevil movie. There's a scene at the start, and next to Matt's bed is a universal remote control. Problem is, it's a touchscreen. How's that work? Things that make you go,
That's one of the things, my complaints about the movie with that Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. He's a good actor, but he's gotten better over time, but he cannot play a blind man. And it was not believable at all if he ever being blind in that movie.
Or just Charlie Cox nailed it.
Yeah, Charlie Cox he did a fantastic job.
He nailed it, man. Actually, those scenes where he was unmasked, just like the way he's looking around, it's like,
yep.
But you know what? I go back to that Daredevil. That wasn't a bad movie, like the Ben Affleck one.
The director's cut's not bad.
I liked it for the time.
Yes.
Keeping in mind that when it came out, as a longtime comic nerd, we had gotten at that point a Blade movie, 2 Blade movies, and the first X-Men movie, I think, when that one came out. And that's like all I had gotten other than that Dolph Lundgren Punisher movie back in 1989 or whatever, right? So Just like with the Fantastic Four movies too, because that was all we had gotten. So I was glad for what we had, because they weren't bad movies. They weren't great, but they weren't horrible. So it was like, as a comic fan, I was just glad to get anything, but then you compare them by modern standards, obviously, they don't hold up well compared to what we're getting today with comic book and have been getting for the last 13, 14 years.
One movie I don't think it's talked about enough is the Ray Stevenson Warzone Punisher movie.
Oh, that movie's so great.
I love that movie.
That's a perfect Punisher movie.
Yeah.
I love that scene where he blows that guy's head off while he's sitting in the chair, freaks the detective out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's. I don't think. I think a lot of it. The Thomas Jane Punisher was bad writing, and I don't think he's by far a bad Punisher either, because he proves it to you in that. Did you watch Dirty Laundry, Matt?
Yeah.
That
I
was his. That was his gift to Punisher fans, eh? That was all him.
I have said for a long time, I think that Punisher movie is a really good movie. It is not a great representation of Punisher, but it's a really good, fun, entertaining movie.
Yeah,
I like it. I still like it.
Well, me and Jared were actually just talking about this subject a while ago about Daredevil and even Punisher and whatnot. But you know what? Jared brought up a point. It's true, though, that they kind of went overkill with the family killing. You know what I mean? Like, not only did they kill his wife and kid, they killed the entire family, right? Like, I get it, but at the same time,
they killed the entire what?
Give me a sec. I didn't even realize I said it myself. Wow.
Family, 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 family.
Sorry, I couldn't pass it up.
Word.
Yeah.
Anytime someone says family, we have to play that.
Family, 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 family.
Anybody else while I got my finger on the trigger?
Family.
Family, 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 family.
We good?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're not. Hank Solo says it.
Family, 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 family.
That was a long one.
That was the director's cut.
That was the Zack Snyder cut.
Get on our best system for next Saturday, because we're not going to be doing that.
Yeah, so get your jollies today. But no, you know what? Like I said, it's those movies back then. Here's the thing, though. I was entertained. All I expect from a movie is to be entertained for an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
those movies were entertaining.
Yeah.
It's not perfect because of the way that how much glue they had on her cheek, but it's a lot better. Their QC sucks anymore.
Name withheld says the Roger Corman Fantastic Four was a good story wise, but it was made on a credit card budget.
Oh yeah, that unreleased one.
Yeah.
Which the big thing I didn't like about the early 2000s Fantastic Four movies was how they handled Doom.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was about Fox, just could not get Doom's characterization right.
By the way, I liked that actor as Doom.
Oh yeah.
It was just a really, really bad, and now not as bad as the 2014 Fantastic or whatever it was. Whenever that crap, man, that was way worse. But yeah, it was not a good, like, his whole powers of what I don't even remember what his exact powers were. He was like absorbing electricity or something and throwing metal from under his skin. I don't know. It was bad. It was bad.
Oh, that 2014 one? Yeah, that was horrible.
That was the worst movie ever.
You know what? I remember watching it, right? But for some reason, I think I was falling asleep in and out of that movie. And then I said to myself that I don't remember the ending, but I know I was awake for the ending. So I remember I let time pass, and I said to myself, I said, I gotta watch it again. I want to see what's going on with that. I watched it again in hopes that maybe it was because I was tired that I made my decision. And the thing that kills me is that I do remember watching the ending the first time. The only problem is when the ending happens, you're sitting there looking at the screen like, that's it? Like, it just happened too fast. It's almost like you built
so much wrong with that movie. Like,
and when they brought in the Silver Surfer one, they really fixed the Doom a lot in that movie, but then they screwed up Galactus. He's like a gas cloud.
Yeah.
Well, I heard what was it, a director's commentary on that, and again, this was years later, so who knows if this was true, or he just came to that conclusion after the fact and hearing everybody complain about it. He said that was supposed to be the storm cloud that had gathered around Galactus's ship, was what that was supposed to be.
Sure, it was.
I don't know if that's true,
Well,
but that was his excuse for that whole thing.
Well, what about while he was approaching Earth? You didn't see the shadow of his helmet?
Yeah, I know. It's clearly in the
Come on.
But I don't know, man. To me, Doom is the best Marvel villain, and he is the best Marvel villain because of the fact that you're talking about a guy who is so smart that he doesn't need powers, that everything that he does, he learned, whether it was through science, engineering, or the mystic arts. It was things that he put his mind to learn to become as powerful as he was. And he has a level of respect because he runs an entire country. And he's this incredibly imposing villain that doesn't have anything on his side like the rest of all, everybody else is, super strong or whatever. Everybody who goes against him has powers, and yet half the time he still comes either close to or straight out does defeat them. That's how good he is. That's how smart he is and capable he is. And they've never portrayed that yet. Granted, they've only tried to do it twice, but it's a disservice to what I think is the best Marvel villain there is.
Well,
3 times, actually. If you count both of the
that's true.
The first one, then they did that horrible version of Doom where he's like a freaking creature. It's like, really? When none of the Fantastic Four can control their powers properly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
He's gonna wear like a suit to hold himself together.
Oh Lord.
And Johnny and Sue are Sue was adopted.
No.
It's like
and then just the obvious add-ons and cut-ins to that movie. I would have loved to have seen what the original movie was supposed to be like, because right before that movie came out, the week before it came out, the director Josh Trank came out just bitching up a storm, talking about how the studio interfered with everything. And it's hard to not kind of at least be on his side about that when you watch the movie, and literally in the same scene, Sue's hair goes back and forth between like an obvious blonde crappy wig and then her normal hair, because they had called her back in to do reshoots and she had cut her hair, to completely redo scenes. And you're just like, I don't know. I wonder if his original version would have been any better. It may not have been. It may have still sucked, but
I think it still would have sucked, just sucked differently.
Probably.
Took me about 4 tries, maybe 5 to watch that movie. I fell asleep every single time.
I actually went to the movies to see that damn thing.
Oh man, I would have stayed awake just on principle. I had to pay to see it.
It was not fun.
My condolences for going to go pay money for that.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's Fantastic Four, and when you're a giant comic book nerd, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go see this opening weekend, and I did, and I cried. So
It looked too bad for me to even attempt to even go see in the theater.
Yeah.
That's even back before I quit going to the movie theaters.
Maybe thought this Doom was a spot on in the unreleased film. I don't. Is that one that's only on VHS?
Yeah, that's the movie they made just to keep the rights to Fantastic Four.
Yeah. They just need to make a Doom movie.
Yeah. Doom needs to be exactly. That needs to be a standalone movie. Build the character up because he's such a great character. He's like their best villain.
Well, that's what I've been saying about several of these villains. They need to do some villain movies. I mean, a perfect villain movie to me would be Galactus. Like, because he has an entire story about how he came from a different universe and survived the Big Bang because he was this scientist that predicted what was going to happen, and he created the technology to help him survive to make it to the creation of the next universe. Yeah. And he's this incredibly complex character that's not always a bad guy. And the story itself would make for a great movie, you know, of like, you know, telling this story of this. I forget what his name was.
Galen.
Galactus. Galen, there you go. And, you know, the story of him figuring out what's going on and surviving that. And you could tell a really complex story about that and then move into, you know, you could have the story end, you know, like right as he's about to make it to Earth, you know.
And guess what? Marvel screwed up Galactus' origin recently. They introduced a female character or Galactus that was basically a Galactus of that universe, and Galactus was her herald.
Oh.
This is why I don't read comic books anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gave up on comics.
We haven't had a proper Doom on the big screen yet, and Fantastic Four shouldn't be hard. It's all about family.
Family. There you go. You get Vin Diesel to come in and do Ben Grimm, and you just bring everybody from Fast and Furious.
There you go.
Roles, and you know.
Something Wong says Galactus with a giant fart. Really like the Silver. Yeah, you know what? I like the Silver Surfer though.
Well, Silver Surfer was great in that.
Yeah.
They got the Silver Surfer down pat, then they make Galactus a cloud.
Yeah.
A fart cloud.
What they should do a movie on the Wrecking Crew just to save face on that terrible thing they did to them.
She-Hulk.
Yeah.
They should just any character they introduce in She-Hulk, they should ignore anything that happened in She-Hulk because those people were making a series just to piss off the fandom. They admitted it too. That was their goal. To troll the fandom.
And
if anybody says that was a good show, they're fucking wrong.
There was exactly one good episode in that show, and it's the episode that featured Wong and what's her face?
Yeah, Madison. Madison. That's the only thing.
It's the only good episode in that show.
I didn't mind the first episode that led up to that. Like, I mean, the whole interaction with Bruce and stuff like that.
Well, even the first episode though, it was pissed off the fandoms. Like, she's better than the Hulk in every way.
Yeah. Well, what about
he didn't even have a healing factor until he mingled her blood with his.
Yeah. And also with the whole thing that one episode, I forget which one it was, where she goes, "No, I know what you're thinking. I don't need to have other people on the show to make it a good show." Because basically she had Hulk, she had Abomination, and Tim Roth as Emil, and then she had Wong. You know what I mean? So it's like, so far she's depending on other characters to make the show interesting. And the first 3 episodes, she had all 3 of those different people. And then I'm pretty sure it was the 4th episode. Then she turns around, she goes, but yeah, Wong is going to be in this one too. And
everybody loves Wong. Nobody even hardly knew anything about Wong until that episode. He was barely in the Strange movies.
Yeah, Wong, he's a great character. But I mean, people are saying to get a Wong and Madison series, and I think I would watch the shit out of that.
if they make a comedy series of Wong and Madison going on Avengers, I would watch that.
Yeah.
You know what? I think they could do a Disney Plus show about. You remember how she says she made a deal with a demon? It should basically be about the demon trying to collect and Wong's trying to help her out. You know what I mean? And I think they can. I think they would sell the shit out of that show.
Yep.
I'd watch it. Better than what they did.
What's this here?
They dodged a bullet with whitewashing Thunderball because it's the same episode they put the stupid twerking thing in.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
And they made Thunderball a white dude, and nobody got pissed off.
You know what's scary though is that I heard people saying that if they release Marvel Legends versions of that Wrecking Crew, they would buy it in a heartbeat.
Oh, that huge boycott on that. I wouldn't buy those damn things.
And you hear something though? It's scary of how many people would actually buy it. And what makes me wonder.
Well, these aren't purists like we are. These are the new generation. They don't know no damn better.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're slowly
turning
being
like
outnumbered
the premier villain group into a joke. They're a group that usually takes several Avengers to try to even fight.
Yeah, they've taken out Thor just alone by themselves.
Yeah, they're a team level threat.
Well, you think about it. Loki basically enchanted the crowbar that so.
You mind picking up the cyborg non-binary Spider-Woman? No.
Nope.
They hate the fans. The people worked for that She-Hulk series hated the fans. They made the fans the villains of the show. That's what they were. That was what they were doing with those the group that were trolls of hating She-Hulk. Nobody hated She-Hulk until they did that series. She-Hulk was a beloved legacy character.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, these trolls don't like female superheroes. Let's just go ahead and just make them the villains and vilify them throughout the entire series. It's like, you idiots! You don't know anything about comics.
Yeah, Darth brings up a point. Sorry.
They should do an Infinity War movie with Adam Warlock. Ooh, that would be good.
That would be amazing.
The Infinity Stones meaningless.
Yeah, like what was that? The Infinity Watch or whatever.
Yep.
Afterward, except they destroyed the stones though, didn't they?
Yep. Of course, they could reintroduce the stones since the Time Bureau where it is. They have dozens of them.
Yeah, they got like a drawer full.
Yeah, and they use them as paperweights.
What do you gentlemen think of Daredevil's appearance? The red and yellow. It's his classic look. So not much.
Yeah, but I didn't like his appearance on the show, though.
It felt insulting to the character.
I think so, too.
It did feel insulting to the character. It's like, plus, why would way his powers is and stuff like that when that dude radios for help? He waits for him to finish radioing for help before he takes them out. It's like, why would you not just knock them out beforehand? So they can have She-Hulk show up and save the day. I know it's her show and it's a TV show. They got to do stuff for dramatic reasons, but
yeah, but they made a mockery of
Daredevil. Forced. Yeah, they did make a mockery of Daredevil. And why would he not have regular clothes too? Like he wouldn't have to do a walk of shame in his costume. I know they were doing it for a gag to make fun of Daredevil and the fans. But yeah, these heroes would got his clothes for you. If he's going to hook up with Jennifer, he would.
Yeah, he's going to show up in his Daredevil costume. The only good thing about She-Hulk was her breaking the fourth wall. Yeah.
It didn't. The fourth wall didn't get good until the very last episode, though. But then they made the entire show meaningless.
Well, it would have been good if she hadn't used breaking the fourth wall to insult everybody that was watching.
That too.
You know, when at the end there in that fight scene where the Hulk shows up and starts going out of the bottom, I turned to my brother. I remember I was watching saying, at least we got a little bit of action for the last episode. And then she went and ruined it by stopping all that. No, we don't need him to come save me and this and that. Like, oh, jeez.
And how tiny the Hulk is now compared to the Abomination.
Yeah.
They really screwed up the Professor Hulk. Of course, they don't call him Professor Hulk in the show. They call him Smart Hulk.
Darth says the twerking was disgusting. Yeah, that was so stupid.
Oh, I want everybody to take me serious as a lawyer. Let me twerk in my office.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. They disrespected Daredevil. Yep.
And here's the thing, too. Comic book fans don't know who the hell that singer is. I didn't know who the hell it is. I thought they made the character up for the show.
Yeah.
That twerking woman. I was like, is it a character for the show?
What's her name? Is it Doja Cat or something?
No, the Megan.
I don't even know who the hell she is.
I never heard of her before the show.
Megan the Stallion?
Yeah, Megan the Stallion.
Oh, yeah, that's the name.
But Stallion's a male horse.
Uh-huh.
Did you know this?
I unfortunately knew who she was because my wife knows who she is. So
I've heard the name, but I didn't know it was her by eye because I never seen her before. So I was just thinking, okay, it's like
that's a weird character to make up. That's a weird character to make up for the show.
Yes, like you just said, Stallion is a male horse.
It's like, well, why would you name your stage name after a male horse?
They can just do the real Infinity War movie in another multiverse. None of it matters now anyway.
That's true. They made it where there's no stakes on anything because they can just go, well, it's an alternate universe.
You know, I watched the Loki series because we're talking about those Infinity Stones now and stuff like that. I watched the Loki series and it was good for certain things, but at the same time, I think they could have done a much better job on a Loki series that had nothing to do with these time cops and stuff like that. Like, you know, like Loki's a character that you could pretty much do anything with. Like they chose to like a bureau of time cops. Like I don't know, it just doesn't seem right for Loki.
Oh, have a good one, Darth.
You too. Yeah, see you later, Darth.
Good one, Darth.
I don't know. I just don't think that like they totally took away his Asgardian. Like I mean, he's Asgardian first of all, and it was irrelevant in this place that he was at. You know, like he had no powers. He was just basically a punk, right? Like I mean,
yep. Asgardians, their strength doesn't come from magic. They're stronger than humans. Why
they're
would he
aliens?
Not?
They're aliens. Is what they are. Like,
yes, he can do magic. Maybe his magic wouldn't work, but he would still have his super strength from being an alien.
Yeah, like I mean, he still has power. That doesn't. You're right. Doesn't come from any type of magic. I mean, he can go toe to toe with Daredevil, no problem. Captain America. He kicked. Basically, he was beating him up in Germany. You know, like he's obviously more durable than a human being. So I don't get why he was basically a punk when it came to this. Like,
yeah, a human with a magic taser took him down easily. A fat, out of shape actor. Not the. I'm not trying to shame the person, but clearly somebody who's not physically fit was able to take down a Asgardian god, a demigod.
Yeah.
Was able to beat them in hand-to-hand combat. Somebody who's hundreds of years old.
Nah, they could have done a much better Loki show. Like, I mean, I don't know what this whole Time Bureau thing has to do with the MCU now.
They want him to make out with the female version of himself. That's all that show was.
Yeah, Box of Cannon says it too. He can get the crap beat out of him by the Hulk and walk away the same day.
Yep.
A taser took him out.
Yeah, the Hulk beat him since it didn't knock him out. The puny god, he was hammering him into the ground, and it didn't knock him out. It hurt. It hurt him, but it didn't. The Hulk didn't even knock him out.
Wesley Foster's asking, I do not know why, but my video image is blurry. Even the chat at the bottom of the screen.
How about now?
The chat is blurry too, he's saying.
Oh, so check your resolution, or if you're watching on a mobile device, sometimes mobile devices will change your resolution without asking, especially with the newer updates to the YouTube app. I get that all the time. It'll like hiccup, try to keep up with the stream and just screw your resolution up. You have I even after setting I hate the new settings. The setting, you can tell it you want preferred HD, but it will still knock you down sometimes in like resolution quality.
All right, guys, I gotta head out.
Alrighty.
I gotta try and get my ass to sleep in the next hour or two, so I can wake up and go to work in the morning. But I will see you on Saturday.
Will do.
Yes.
Looking forward to that.
I am too.
If you think of any questions, anybody in the chat too. If you want us to ask Ace anything on next Saturday, let us know. And
I'm gonna come up with a list of things that aren't too offensive. No.
I got a few questions already, like top of the bat too.
All right, I will see y'all later.
Have a good one, my friend.
Have a good one.
Oh, real quick, just to give you an idea, I am going to be going and spending time with my family. So, bye.
Family, 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 family.
Oh, what?
Something Wong says his nieces twerk to her songs. I'm guessing, was she actually a singer?
Yeah, she is.
Box of Cannon says because her name is The Stallion, maybe she's trans.
I don't know. I have no idea who that person is, so I don't know anything about them.
Darth says, thanks again for the title.
Yep.
Here we go. The Marvel family is going to be awesome.
Family, family, family.
Oh, the Brie Larson's new movie that she got mad and walked off the set.
Yeah, I think she's going to be replaced sooner or later.
Well, Monica and Rose probably going to be her replacement.
I'll take that.
I still don't understand why they made Marvel an old woman.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's like,
was that on the Captain Marvel movie?
Yeah.
So that was supposed to be Marvel?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I wasn't paying attention to the movie. I had no idea. This is the first I'm hearing of it. Wow.
Yeah, there's no reason for it. They could just they already making her the first Captain Marvel for the MCU. Hope that Gobi's back.
I told you to be back.
2 hours later.
Ain't been that long, has it?
About an hour.
Damn.
Stephen Carroll says
Tom Hiddleston is popular and they need
popular.
to keep people interested after Endgame. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they should have killed him in Endgame. I thought that was
They could have done it so much better.
They didn't need to kill all the most of the Asgardians off.
Yeah, I hated that, man. Cause like, well, they need to replace them with their younger, more hip versions.
Oh, Box of Cannon's going to bed. Been a busy day. Have a good night, man.
Damn, I come back and everybody's sleeping.
Hey, Adrian says Bree had to go stomp those feet.
Oh, them hideous things. Old
A
Shrek
little
foot.
change.
That dang ogre.
Let's see. Oh, I think I found some Brie Larson feet.
Oh, hell. Everybody run.
Those look better. Come on.
Actually, sadly, they do.
Those look much better.
How dare you insult our queen?
I'm sorry to say, but when your Hulk figure's got better feet than Brie Larson.
Oh, that's Venom feet. That's better than.
No. I'm saying the Hulk. If you can pick up a Hulk action figure and that looks better.
Yeah.
What I don't get about Brie Larson is she didn't start off like that. Like, I don't know what made her decide that she wanted to be all uppity, pain in the ass, I'm hot shit. I mean, apparently she was rude to Scarlett Johansson on set, and
I know people actually like to.
Did you see the video?
The interview when they're advertising Endgame, nobody wanted to be around her.
Yeah. Did you see the video with her and Scarlett Johansson?
yeah, like I said, she basically told Scarlett like she thought Scarlett was trash and didn't know who the hell she was, and
No. I actually saw the video. I think they were on Ellen together. I'm pretty sure it was Ellen. I can't remember, but Scarlett, Brie Larson was basically saying about working with Scarlett Johansson for Infinity War or Endgame or whatever the hell the first Endgame, and then all of a sudden Scarlett Johansson turns to her and goes, "Wait a minute," she goes, "We've worked together before," and Brie Larson's like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, we've worked on another movie before." She goes, "You don't remember?" She's like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, I don't remember." And you could tell that it really offended Scarlett, but she didn't say anything. I actually just saw an article about it like a couple of days ago, saying that Scarlett's actually really pissed about that still.
I don't know why you taking it personal. Like just like look, she ain't as hot as she thought she was, and just I mean, why let that offend you?
What are you talking about?
Why would she be offended that Brie Larson don't remember working with her? Like, I don't see why to be offended by it. It's just Brie Larson.
She shouldn't be offended at Brie, you said?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't care, man. Brie Larson.
Well,
that girl don't matter.
that would be like saying that a person who's clearly met you before turns around and says that they haven't met you and has no knowledge. Like, just say you actually hung out with somebody for a while, for a day, and then you end up seeing this person again another time. They don't remember one thing about you. You're not going to get offended?
No, I'm gonna tell them to kick rocks and keep going.
Huh?
There's too much shit in the world to worry about than whether or not somebody remember me.
Well, I mean, you're on live TV on an interview. Kind of embarrassing.
It's one thing forgetting somebody in the street. You forgot you worked with like a big name in Hollywood.
Yeah, A-lister. I get that.
An A-list actor.
I'm just saying,
Brie is not an A-list.
Hell no, she was starting. Come on, man, Scott Pilgrim. That was a big thing that I remember from. That's it, and it's only because she was a.
Well, her big thing's The Room. She won an Oscar for that.
Yeah, I don't care about that movie.
Name withheld says to ask Ramen Toys about the Marshall and Maverick figures. In terms of price.
The price, ask them with terms of price and release date. Gotcha, sir. Yeah, I definitely want to bring up their other projects besides the Ramen Racer.
That's pretty cool, Ramen Racer.
It's got a better ring to than the Spirit of Halloween 2022.
Yeah. Female Marvel. We don't want to pay the creators.
That's probably part of it.
True.
If they use the character like exactly the original creator does get a percentage. Small percentage, but they do get. I think DC pays better when they use like characters used by created by people. I think I remember. I think I remember hearing that from a Comic Book Pro stream.
Was it Matt who was saying that pretty much anybody can take the DC license?
That was Harker. They have to be a big company. Anybody can like license a character from DC and make them, but mainly the one that they will let loose for small companies is Batman. But for a company to get all the characters, it has to be a big company like Mattel, Hasbro, or so and so.
Jada Toys.
With Harker was saying like they probably were not big enough for that. I don't know the logistics of this, but if what they're saying, if Hasbro's not planning on renewing the Marvel license, they could actually get the DC license, and when they let the Marvel one expire, which I would be down for that because DC. The only problem with anybody getting the DC license is WB's stupid anti-gun edict.
Yeah, but nowadays, you know what? We have other ways like Valaverse packs. You know, like that doesn't bother me as much. I understand though.
But one thing I like what McFarlane did though, a lot of these people have signature weapons though that only exist in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and he had to he made special weapons in those packs, give people their signature weapons, like Peacemaker got his gun, the guns for that. What was Eldridge Elba's out?
Idris Elba.
Yeah, what was his character name?
What was it? It's not Deathlock. What was it? God dang it.
Deadshot. No,
Deadshot.
No, Deadshot's Will Smith's character.
Oh God, what was his name?
I'll look it up.
I mean, he basically was Deadshot.
He uses those high-tech weapons.
Yeah, he uses like a portal nerd or some crap like that. You can pull it from another, like a pocket dimension.
Bloodsport. The Adrian just said it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah, so we got them all coming.
Yeah, Bloodsport.
We can always
yeah, the chat's always got her back.
Yeah, we can always depend on them.
AKA Deadshot Light.
See, Bloodshot don't have that. Use those kind of weapons in the at least the Bloodsport I remember doesn't have those kind of powers. At least I don't remember them doing that.
Yeah.
Of course, I haven't read anything with Bloodshot in since the 90s, since that's why I couldn't remember his name.
We didn't even look like that back in the 90s.
No.
McFarlane female.
Bloodsport. Bloodshot is the one Vin Diesel played for Valiant. Bloodsport. Yep. I don't want to keep saying Bloodshot. Bloodsport.
Bloodshot's a better character.
Have you guys seen the reviews of the Jada Toys Street Fighters and Ryu and Fei Long? It's pretty promising. Yeah, I'm in. I'm getting them. I love pictures. I don't think they're shiny. I think they look good.
I'm a Street Fighter junkie, so I'm done.
The only thing the only nitpick I can see about Fei Long, I wish he was a little more slender build because he's a little jacked for the character. He's a Bruce Lee more wiry frame. When people were showing like side by side pictures with the Soda figure, it's like Yeah, that's the frame much I think of when I think of Fei Long.
I think they did his Street Fighter 4 body. Everybody in Street Fighter 4 was a little bit more ripped.
In the animated series, they had Fei Long was pretty big.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What's weird is the Ryu was like Street Fighter 2 Turbo Ryu in the face.
How many have they gotten so far for their first wave? I guess. How many characters?
Ryu, Ken, Bison.
The wave 1 is just Fei Long and Ryu. It's supposed to be in Chun-Li, but something's happened. I guess a license approval or something other's going on with her.
Isn't Dawson part of one?
That's going to be wave 2. Dawson, Ken, and Bison.
Oh, so that's what happened with it. They got moved.
I'll wait till they have a Sagat. See what that looks like.
Yeah,
Sagat.
I never was able to get to Sota Sagat, so I'm gonna want him. Oh, I got my. Oh yeah, toy photography with fireworks. I've seen those guys that do that stuff.
Yeah,
so cool.
yeah, I think that's really cool. Oh,
So I do
thank
that.
you, because I might not be able to catch the next live stream. We'll definitely watch the replay. We got Thursday show, customizing show. Then Saturday is going to be the interview with Ace from Ramen Toys. That's going to be a good one.
Oh, I'm going to Disney next weekend, so I'll be indisposed, guys.
Okay.
I'll be regretting every day I spend there because I'll be wanting to go back now. I've pretty much done myself in from what I was told.
You're going to be on vacation. Do not call in. Enjoy your time with your family.
All right, I will.
Family, 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 family.
Yeah, the fireworks stuff with those photos of photography is really cool.
Yeah, I've seen them dudes do it with stormtroopers a lot.
Some of the guys do. I've seen it with like every kind of figure out there. Like some of the guys. Finbat. What's that?
Female Batman figure, I guess they made.
Okay. The
Yeah.
McFarlane Batman Beyond figures are selling dirt cheap. I wish you could find a use for them. Oh yes, a lot of McFarlane's figures going cheap. He makes so many. Even Frankenstein got his gun and McFarlane's weapons. But yeah, the DC Frankenstein figure. Yep. Question regarding thin and paint versus brush and airbrush. Are the ratios the same? Does it depend on the type of paint? It varies with paint. It really does vary. You base with the ratios. You got for airbrush, you got to go thinner from what you're mixing for brushing.
Yeah, so what I use for airbrush is a 3-to-1 ratio.
Fei Long's biceps look bigger than the guy 20th caps. Yeah, he's jacked.
But like Jerry was saying, you got to get your paints. It's like Vallejos are easy to thin versus like Citadel.
Some paints are pre-mixed for airbrush too. You can actually buy them pre-mixed. Mr. Color makes different types of paint. You got Mr. Hobby. Mr. Color is like the brush on stuff. Here, I thin these down. I put some thinner in these. Just that's where these will put it out of the bottle. But they actually make airbrush paints too.
What is it called? Model Air, right?
Yeah, it was like air on it.
Yeah, I think it's Model Air is one of them.
Because
this is a lacquer base, alcohol lacquer base, and they got a water base, aqueous. These are good, but they don't stick the best. You definitely got to have a sealer with these.
Yeah,
you got good color. You can use them straight out of the bottle. You don't need to thin them. They're similar to testers, they just don't stick as good as testers.
Also, make sure you prime your figures.
It's not always necessary though.
True.
It's like if you're painting blue, you don't paint a blue part.
Who, where, when, how, why?
When you was doing your, I'm teasing you for when you paint your blue arms on Invincible
Oh,
black, then repaint them blue.
Well, I'm doing it on purpose though. That's for highlighting reasons. I'm doing. Remember I told you I'm doing those. I'm using the techniques from God. What do you call it? The miniature painting techniques.
Zethanol.
Yeah, the zenithal highlights and stuff. That's the only reason I'm doing it. I'm just getting a feel for it on figures, which it's better for statues, but you know, I'm bored.
It's wrong.
Yeah, basically. It's good for statue. It's good for stationary figures to do lighting, but like I said, I was giving it a shot.
That goes against number one rule for prepping for paint. If it's the right color, don't. You don't have to sand if it's already the color you want.
Don't take away my fun, man. I'm experimenting.
That's the number one rule of prepping joints for paint. Don't if you don't have to.
Yeah.
If it's find a part that's the color base color that you need. But it's not always the case. It's like I need yellow arms for my, which is coming along pretty good.
Let's see, what is it? That is.
Yeah, it is.
That's thinner, yeah.
That going in my box.
Where'd I go? I got his belt laying here somewhere.
Shit, Jared, if I knew you wanted the record, I would have grabbed them. I'm gonna try to go back in the next
I said so on her chat the other day.
No, but I didn't. That's already when I left.
I see how it is now.
I messaged you yesterday when I got it. You were like, "Is that going in my box?"
Now, remember, I told y'all the honeypot's back up and running. So, Dom, your
your honeypot also gets figure swaps too, though. Now.
Well, no, the man. I told you I talked with the manager about that, didn't I? Me and her had a conversation about that. I told her I'm checking everything now. No questions asked.
So I got
What are you saying to me, Keon?
Well, you know, your stuff is still. I got like a few of your things still sitting here. I ain't got enough to send it yet.
A few? What you got?
I don't remember. You gave me a list. It's like in the room. I got a box of just stuff in it.
Question: why didn't you just send it bring it for like during the convention?
I forgot.
I could have stuck it in his box.
I straight up forgot.
Old damn age kicking in.
No, I didn't think I had enough stuff because he gave me a list, and I'm trying to get the whole list done.
It's not a must get list. It's a like to get list.
I know, but I told you I like hunting, so. But if you want me to go ahead and just get it, I can do that. I can just go ahead and send what I got.
I like honey too.
Because I know you wanted some Build-A-Figure stuff, or sorry, well, you wanted you need that group, didn't you? Out of the
I take a group.
It was out of the Gore the God, but I got you that Gore the God Butcher. I got you the group. There was a couple of them out of that wave that you had said, and then some other stuff. Like I said, they're all sitting in the room. Oh, and they're getting the Target exclusive Masterverse stuff now. So I picked up a She-Ra for $5.
Oh, nice.
I picked up King Grayskull for $5, and I picked up a Fisto for $5.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't get any extras?
They only had one of each.
Slackly.
No, really. No, they really did, man. I was kind of mad. Somebody got there before me. Don't forget, I'm not the only toy guy that goes there.
Likely story.
But the other toy dude and me are coming to an agreement because there's a lot of stuff he doesn't care about that I like, and vice versa. So.
He's got a Trent's 5 wear. He's got a pallet store. They get like discount stuff like that's been clearance out of the stores. A local pallet store.
Yeah. There's one in Texas too that's owned by the same company. So if we got anybody in Texas, they can look for it and see.
Can you tell everybody the name of the store?
Yeah, Quick Lots. Because they were giving away PlayStation 5s for freaking $15 2 weeks ago.
Oh, righty.
I just saw that.
I'm going to AFK for a second, and I'll be right back.
That junk was crazy, man. I was like PS5, $15. That's nuts.
I just saw an ad that Amazon's having those pallet sales again. So basically, you pay for a pallet, and it could have anything on it. So it's almost like a gamble.
Are you talking about the ones where I'm at, or the ones where you at?
Huh?
You talking about the ones where you at?
I don't know if it's only in Canada or whatever, but yeah, they're advertising pallet sales where
Now we
I
have
guess
those.
This is
But the
stuff
one where I'm
that
at is.
yeah, this is all stuff that's been unclaimed and whatever. So they wrap up a pallet and they charge like $35 or whatever the case is, and it could be electronics, it could be toys, it could be hair products, it could be anything really. It's basically you're just taking a gamble on it, almost like it's almost like a mystery box type thing, but it's a whole pallet.
Oh, see, the one where I'm at, they have a pallet store, but for whatever reason, they decided to also open a store, like a discount store. I guess for the stuff.
No. This one here is a mystery. It's a wrapped pallet, and you buy the pallet, you tear it open and see what you get.
I mean, I've seen people get some good stuff out of those things, though.
But you want to know what I think they couldn't be doing too, right? I think a lot of it, they know exactly what's on it, and it's all crap that they can't sell, and they don't even. It's not even interesting stuff. So what they do is they box it, they wrap it up on a pallet, and then you end up buying just crap that nobody wants, right?
You can look at some of the prices and kind of be like, yeah, that's a little suspect, you know? Because like I know, like I said, the pallet store down here that actually does sell pallets. When their prices look kind of funky, you know.
Ooh, they're about funky. Just got the Masterverse Horgodat figure on clearance when we got home and noticed it looked like somebody brushed their teeth and spit all over it. It appeared to still be sealed, but has crust on it.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's no good, man.
No bueno.
Best thing you can do is grab an old toothbrush and try to scrub that stuff off.
Yeah. Get you some, fix you up some hot water and Dawn and old toothbrush and scrub.
Yeah, you're gonna need a toothbrush for sure.
I like the star being higher and being gold. Your camera is completely off away from where you're working at, Keon.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, it did move, didn't it? How about now?
I don't know.
Shit.
You just spilled all your water.
How about? God dang it. Hold on. Let me see. Click. How about now?
Now we can see what you're doing.
Okay.
I got some glue on our headband on this one. They're not real safe about putting glue on figures anymore. I like the belt, adding the belt to her.
Yeah, it breaks it up. Nice.
Yeah. The blue is so close, you can't hardly really notice it. It's a little noticeable. It's got a little bit more like a yellowish tinge to the blue. But
you know what though? You know what it kind of looks like to me when I look at that? It almost looks like the material is being stretched more than the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll put a vest on her later.
I think that's awesome. You know, I'm actually. You got me considering that other Marvel Select head that I showed you. Remember, you said it looks like the Planet Hulk era.
Yep.
I might go ahead and order us a couple of those, and that way the guy can throw in the 2 heads that he was supposed to.
Yep. There we go. Carefully, I got the glue off her headband.
Okay. My Shira was fine for the clearance price. I opened her up the other day. Some flakes in the joints and lots of seams. The longer mantle cape is nice, but the paintwork was not at all that great.
Masterverse their paint does kind of suck. What little paint they even put on it.
So they're actually painting the joints.
They don't normally paint hardly anything on that, those things.
Yeah, he's saying he's got some flakes in the joints. That's
Yeah.
Man, people are still painting joints. There's another tip to all of our listeners: do not paint joints.
Yep. I know when I was showing like work in progress pictures on Instagram one time, I had like the joints painted up, and somebody asked me, "What's this thing you got on the over top the joints?" Tape. Tape the paint joints. Don't get paint on them.
Yep. Nice Dazzler. Always liked her in the X-Men arcade game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I'm ready with Colossus.
Kind of wish I bought extras a lot of the figures so I can do like a X-Men arcade shelf.
Oh,
I got an extra Nightcrawler from Don, so I got that, and I got I got multiple Dazzlers now, so
I need call them X-Chickens.
I need straighten her legs out. They're crooked. Want water?
Oh, he says that there was chunky plastic flakes from molding in the joints.
Oh,
the Zero.
No, dang, that would suck, dude.
A lot of flashing. Well, they're pinless joints, so you can easily get flashing on those things. All right.
You gonna be painting any Hulk heads in the near future?
Yeah. I was putting some epoxy in one of them just to start building up the cavity.
Oh, nice. I gotta see that thing when it's done. Wow.
That will be on one of these. I'll probably get me a KO Maestro because that's about the color of the Net Norton body.
That's what I'm gonna do. So I got to go ahead now to go ahead and get a Maestro. Yeah. So glad I found those.
So I've been taking my extra epoxy and just sticking it in the hole until I can.
Oh yeah.
And I got those really good ones too. I got from Box Cannons. I'm gonna paint up.
Oh yeah, that too.
I'm getting those right now.
Yeah, we got 4, right?
Yep, there's 4 of them. There were 4 of them. Lost one. I lost yours, Doc.
It's like that, is it?
You like how that works?
I like how that works.
It's on my desk somewhere.
Yeah, I might go and pop that the smaller ML size one on the Outback body, the KO Outback.
Yep, the Gray Hulk.
Make a Grundy out of it.
Oh yeah.
One on a Monday.
What was it? that new Superman Supergirl cartoon. I saw a
Oh,
clip.
that mess.
Whoever wrote that don't know what the hell they're talking about because when she's fighting Grundy and Grundy's getting her ass born. Salma and Grundy.
Oh yeah,
She
born
said,
on a Monday.
Grundy. She said, "Well, Grundy doesn't even rhyme with Monday." Yes, it fucking does. I was like, they put that in the show.
It's a nursery rhyme.
It predates Superman.
God dang, really? Yeah, I saw you talking about the one with the Legion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad writing.
Yeah, this is gonna be great for Grundy. Oh, sucks I lost your horse.
Oh damn. Savage. I felt that. I felt the pain of that one.
So now I gotta order a Maestro and No, I already have my Gray Hulk for Grundy.
That's gonna be a fantastic Grundy head. How about tempted to just throw some primer on it right now to see what it looks like.
The 3D print? I haven't been looking. Okay.
Yeah, Box of Cannons made these. I asked them to make me a Hulk head, like almost like an Edward Norton style.
Mm-hmm.
He made these cool heads. They looked like very, very close to the Edward Norton Hulk, but Jared discovered something else that they actually look good for Grundy.
That dude be putting in work with his prints, man. God dang. Like every time I hear you talk about him, he done.
Yeah, I mean, like, if it's gonna work for Grundy,
we'll go throw some primer on this right quick and just see what it looks like.
Cool. Does anyone have the cell shaded Spidey? It utilizes the first appearance Spidey book, but the arms are Renew Your Vows Spidey. That's why they look so long and wonky. I've heard people say that.
I don't have it.
I haven't even seen it. I know that was a thing.
Your Jacket Dazzler has different colored stars on and legs and chest. Break out the yellow paint.
Now, where the other head at?
Jared, you were instructed to break out some yellow paint, sir.
What?
I said you were instructed to break out some yellow paint, sir.
I already have yellow. I've been painting yellow stuff already. Where you
I'm
been?
just telling you what the stream said. I'm passing along what was just read.
Your Jacket Dazzler has different colored stars on legs and chest. Break out the yellow paint.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Solomon Grundy want pants too.
Oh, God, I remember that crap. I want some pants. I want a decent pair of pants.
Oh, look, the body is gray. Add some graphite.
Okay. We have Shiny Grundy.
Shiny Grundy.
Yeah, he says it does look like a Grundy. That's true.
Grundy flossing.
Oh, man, I hate I lost your head.
Sucks, eh? Sucks to be me.
It'll turn up. It's mine. I lost this. They were commissioned for you, so.
You didn't lose it, did you?
It's somewhere on this desk. I don't know where I put it at.
It's misplaced.
Either on this desk or somewhere on my other workstations. I don't know.
it'll turn up. In one of those scenarios, it'll show up eventually. Somewhere.
Nope. I think Keon got it.
Probably.
He stuck in there one day when I wasn't here.
It's been spirited away.
This one's going to end up being my final form prime I make for myself. I started clearance and stuff. I got this side done over here, and I start working on this side. I got a few more primes to do, and I'm going to be retiring from prime.
Hey Jared, I'd like a prime, please.
You just heard me say I was retiring, so if you asked like a few seconds before. You missed the cutoff by that much.
Well, damn.
I sent you parts.
You did. That would mean I have to do it myself. I don't want to. Look, man, you've already perfected it. Why would I do that to myself?
Well, you're a customizer, right?
I got other. Sir, I do custom dioramas. I don't do custom figures.
What are you painting right now?
Shut up. Kit bash.
If the paint comes out, it's not a kit bash.
Shit.
Wake me up during my nap the other day and was like, I found all my toys! Super excited. It's like,
Damn
what?
right.
What are you talking about?
Dude. I thought that shit was gone forever.
Oh, I'm glad you found them, man. I'm not dissing you. But just like, huh? What?
Wait, what happened?
So,
Yeah. I was thinking, Saturday's my day to catch up on sleep. Wake up early Saturday, feed my dogs, let them outside, then I go take a nap. And Keon called me up, was like, my wife found all my old toys. And Nicole picked up on like, he sounds tired and grumpy. Keon just kept talking like, oh.
You understand how happy I was, man. All my crap had been missing. Ever since we moved. I had a collection, I'd say about half the size of Jared's at one point in my, I left it at my grandmother's house, and my cousin did some spring cleaning and destroyed half of it. So, everything I have left, when we moved, and I actually got stuff, I thought this junk was lost to the wastelands.
What about the scavenger?
Huh?
What about the scavenger inferno that Nicole got you years ago?
I still have him.
That she was like complaining about, hey, you didn't get me beat Inferno, and you actually had Inferno, didn't realize you actually had Inferno. And I actually have the PS1 game from Japan, a fighting game.
I remember that game.
Yeah, Beast Wars Medals.
That game was fun, dude.
Yeah, I like it. You use transformation as part of your attacks.
I just thought it was crazy. It actually had voice acting.
It's good.
Definitely remember that game. That game was sick. They're supposed to be coming out with a new Transformers game pretty soon here.
Yeah, the American Beast Wars game sucked.
Yeah. I
had it too. I still have it.
Wasn't Megatron said same package? Was it same product? New package. Loser.
I was so disappointed that I liked the fact they made the Dragon Megatron, but they should have waited and done Transmetal 1 Megatron first with the new Legacy line.
Yeah, why didn't they do that? What was the reason behind releasing?
Yeah, well, the big thing too, the Transmetal 1 Megatron has GPS. It scatters. But people would like jump on getting a new version of it.
Yeah.
There's nothing really wrong with the original Transmetal 2 Megatron.
Right.
It's not very show accurate, but still good, a decent figure. The new one is nice, but a bit small.
It doesn't have all that articulation and stuff though. Remember the other one had like the wire neck and everything.
Oh, the other one didn't have a wired neck.
The original one?
No, it was a floppy neck. You had to,
oh no, never mind. I ran a wire through mine. That was,
yeah,
what it was.
people had to customize put wire in the necks.
Yeah, I put a wire in my neck.
It's got ball joints on the dragon neck.
Okay. And we never knew what that little thing in his chest was. Little pilot seat. Why he had it?
Oh yeah. Well,
Like, what is
it was a spark chamber in like the original in the cartoon.
Yeah, but if you look, they actually gave it a pilot seat.
Yeah. Well, Optimus has a pilot seat too. Optimus. Yeah. Tigertron does too. Tiger Hawk, I mean.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to that one.
So it's the neck is articulated.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Like I said, I did run a wire through it.
I got the upgrade. I got the DNA kit on order for it.
And they made the blue one. Back in the day we got the Cryotech.
Cryotech. It wasn't a BotCon exclusive. It was a Robustness Guys reissue.
Okay. Well, I think Cryotech was a BotCon character from the Record comics. It was kind of weird that when BotCon started actually having official figures that Hasbro recognized.
Yeah, no, they were licensed at Con.
Originally, were they?
They actually paid for the license for BotCon.
Okay.
It went away for a little while when Hasbro rescinded everybody's license, and they were like, "We're going to do our own con, HasCon."
Yeah, nobody cared.
Well, they were charging outrageous fees for like table booths and stuff, and it was like only one place is Pawtucket, Rhode Island. It was like,
so that's why BotCon came back.
Guys, the BotCon is held like different locations every year, so it gives it opportunity for people to go.
Yeah. It used to be in North Carolina a lot.
BotCon would actually make Hasbro would make figures for BotCon. Let's see, where's TFCon this year? I think it's Orlando.
When is it?
Orlando in October, 20th through the 22nd.
That's not bad.
You got the TFCon. TFCon's held 3 times a year now. Now everything's back to normal. You got first of the year, middle of the year. There's one in Canada, so the mid-year one. And you got used to be twice a year. Once in Canada, one in the U.S. Now it's in the U.S. twice a year.
Is it in Toronto every year though, here in Canada, or other places too?
I think it's only one place in Canada. Toronto. Yeah, Toronto.
Yeah, it's in Toronto. I know Jared was there last year selling his Sharkticons.
Mm-hmm.
The man from Toronto.
We had a special right before we was showcasing his Quintessons.
Where's he been hiding at?
Well, he's been streaming that.
Was he?
Yeah, and we talked about too. He bought the new Collector Express shirt.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I was listening to it. Yeah. He got it pretty fast. I remember listening.
Yep.
Yeah.
He got it in 3 days. Wow. Ordered it on Sunday and got it on Wednesday. T-Public, they're a lot faster than Teespring.
Freaking yeah. You call it the competition now? God dang.
I got both of them set up. T-Public runs sales where you can get like shirts for $16 too. Teespring, you adjust the price yourself, and I got as low as I can go on it. on Spring. It sucks. I would just stay with TeePublic, but TeePublic doesn't have a deal with YouTube to display your goods on your channel. So I can below the video, so you can actually see shirts from Teespring.
Yeah.
I'm still so pissed I never got my own shirt.
Well, I got it set up at Spring. It's there. I had to change the name. I called it Smash Customs. When I tried to do the full name, it didn't let me do it. When I changed it to Smash Customs, it let me. I could probably, as a possibility, I could do that with the TeePublic too. TeePublic also pulled my hand-drawn RoboCop shirt too.
They pulled a hand-drawn shirt.
Well, it's a licensed character, so it wasn't them. It was actually the license holder. So I put that same shirt up on the same shirt up on Teespring. I didn't call it RoboCop. I called it Cyborg.
Okay.
So who pulled the Hulk Smash shirt? The new players, right?
Marvel. But they didn't pull Ghost Rider. Well, I'm glad they didn't, because the Ghost Rider shirts look cool too.
I'm just saying, it's just lame they doing that.
It's all my artwork. Hell, Jurassic Park tried to take my T-Rex Triceratops picture.
Yeah, I know. That's not.
I drew that before even Jurassic Park was a thing. I just had to took it in Photoshop and modified it. And did some like different filter effects to it. Made it look really cool.
Yeah.
It's just a picture of a Triceratops, and they claim it says, "You can't say that. You can't own dinosaurs, dumbasses."
They exist. Like we have fossils.
They existed before Jurassic Park.
They didn't get the memo.
The Harmony Gold, like the people owns Robotech, they're sue happy. They go after everybody. They tried to sue Hasbro before for SD exclusive. They made a G.I. Joe set, but made a Sky Striker look like a Jetfire.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to sue Hasbro over it. They lost. It's not the same thing. It's not a Valkyrie. And you idiots don't actually own the Valkyrie. That's
Macross, right?
Yeah. They own everything. It's called Robotech. Robotech was actually a combination of multiple series.
Yeah, it was Macross second, something else. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah.
Has anyone made a custom Judge Dredd, and where can I get the parts? I'll get the Legendary Heroes figure, but it would be a shame to spend so much money just to use it for fodder. Yeah, that's expensive fodder right now. It used to be like a cheap figure to get, and it's just went skyrocketed here recently. Now, I do believe Hiya Toys is planning on doing, and they got the, if I remember correctly, if that's the company I'm thinking about, they do the 4-inch Dredd figures. They said they're going to do 6-inch Dredd figures, but there's been no word on it yet. Yeah, he's got the Hiya 3 3/4. Yep. They're planning on doing 6-inch eventually, but I don't know when. That is a good brown for a good head for Doc for G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm. But didn't they use like the Sentry head? Not Sentry, but Blue Marble.
The one I'm holding in my hand right now.
I wouldn't look at the screen. You see? Oh, yeah, you can't see me again. I'm painting. Sorry.
We're past that 3-hour mark. I gotta call it a night.
Yeah, I think. Oh, you were gone for an hour.
I know. That's what I'm saying. His name.
Yeah, I think it'd be time to wrap up tonight. That's a good stopping point. I'm waiting for epoxy to dry on stuff, and I got the.
Let's see that. When you get a chance, that former Future Grundy, is it dried up a little bit more?
Oh, where's the...
Oh yeah, that looks good.
I'll let you know when I find yours.
Yeah, you do that.
Average level.
Savage.
For real.
Come on, focus. Focus on this, not my hand. The paint's behind me.
Yeah, joke
There you
stream.
go.
The odds are 1,000,000 to 1, and that's the way we like them.
That's gonna look great for Grundy.
It will. You let me know how that works, so in case you ever find mine again.
It's the other one's on his desk somewhere. I know he's getting 2 of each. I got the bigger ones, the Marvel Select size ones too.
Those could work for a Marvel Select Hulk.
Okay, let's see. Will brown washes work for details like a Mesco Conan on a custom? Yeah, you could definitely use a mahogany washes work good too, like on flesh tones.
Mm-hmm.
Testers makes a mahogany wash, which does great. That's what I use for like my what you call it, shocker. I use it from Doctor Strange's cape too for all the detail on it.
The next comment is included in this one here.
Sorry if that message hardly made sense. I was wanting to give a custom Conan skin details like Mesco one would washes work. Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Washes always help bring out the detail.
Mm-hmm.
Army Painter actually makes, if you really want the easy one, Army Painter has they have the purple tone, they have a dark flesh, and they have a red flesh, red tones. So you can check Army Painter as the quick shades. Make life real easy. You can literally just slap them things on, man.
Okay, I'll take an exit right here, guys. I gotta go. Okay.
Have a good one.
Thanks everyone in the chat, and I'll talk to you guys when.
Good one.
Take care, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night. I got a no torso over here. We can show you what it looks like right now. Use this mahogany wash.
That's the one. Is it the one from the yeah, those. Yep.
Great effects.
Yep.
Testers, so mahogany.
Things are freaking great. I'll definitely agree with that.
If my camera focuses. Come on. Can't get no easier than these.
Yeah, because that did dry, you just wipe it off.
You
You
don't.
got to let it dry, you know.
No, you don't want it to dry. You want it to wipe it off while it's wet. This is leftover remains of a 2000X He-Man torso. Take a paper towel. And just wipe in one direction. If you want heavier shadows, just wipe down. And once it dries, it'll blend in. Easy peasy.
And I hit you the Negan.
It all depends how much shading you want, how much you do wiping you want to do to it.
Yeah, just to wash it ain't no joke, man.
Alrighty, I think that's good for the night. Hey, everyone in the chat, thank you for coming out, hanging out with us again tonight. And always a pleasure to help out everyone. And like always, it's great. That's one of the best parts about doing these streams, getting there to hang out with everybody, talking to everybody, helping people in the chat.
Yay!
And we got a family in the house right quick.
Family.
Had to do it, didn't you?
Yep. And we'll see everybody next week. Well, it is this next week. Well, see everybody Thursday. I'll be seeing you guys Thursday. I got the Thursday stream. Saturday's the big special event. We've got the ramen toys. Looking forward to that. And definitely be asking about their new figures on the pricing on those. But again, thank you guys, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Have a good one.
Y'all be sweet.